things going live. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate the support as you guys come in and learn about how to go live with confidence and ease. Let me know if you have questions as you come in. I tell you all the time, we have a little bit of rules of engagement so that you can make sure that this is the most informative experience for you. So make sure, first of all, you like the live. Give me a thumbs up here on the live stream. And then also make sure that you click that subscriber button and click the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So I talk about all things going live. I am a TikTok creator network agency. So I help creators go live with confidence and ease, but also build their brand as well as monetize on these apps. I just got into the YouTube Partners Program, so I'm really excited about that. I have a membership available for you if you want to join my membership. I also have super stickers, super chat, super thanks, and the gifting that has become available. And then I have some items in the shopping cart because I'm a YouTube shop affiliate. So all those things came with the monetization here on YouTube. So let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to talk about it. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of this experience and you're learning and growing and building your brand for your target audience and making sure that you are being successful as you navigate digital marketing. So let me know if there's any questions. Like I said, come on in. We're going to like the live. And then if you have not done so already, click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So I appreciate you all being here. We're going to get started shortly. Always start here first because I do co-stream on TikTok. So you'll see my phone here. I'm going to go on the TikTok streets in just a moment and chat over there. So I always co-stream. I want to make sure I'm answering questions for everybody. And ultimately, what will happen is that this will become a playlist that you can go back and review. And of course, make sure that you're learning and growing. And then obviously, you can continue to watch any of my content. As you can tell, the content is really robust. I have over 500, almost 600 videos out there now. And so you can go ahead, look at that stuff, and continue to learn and grow. Thank you all who are here. Appreciate you coming in. Feel free to put a comment in the chat. Tell me where you're from, if you don't mind sharing. I tell people all the time, YouTube's a little different than TikTok because I don't know you're there until you actually say, hey, I'm here. Good morning. And then on TikTok, you can actually see who's in your room. So you can say hi to them individually and make sure you're engaging with your audience and your viewers. Unlike YouTube, I don't know that until you guys say something. So feel free to put in the chat, hello, good morning, tell me where you're from. And then, like I said, give me a thumbs up as well as liking the live and clicking that subscriber button and that bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. I am going to transition on TikTok in a second, so I'll transition over there and chat in just a few minutes. But I always like to come here first and greet the room and make sure you guys are getting as much information as possible before I get started on the TikTok side. So let me know where you're from. Put it in the chat for me. Say hello. And then if you have any specific questions, let me know as well. I'm just trying to get my throat together. So let's see. I am going to start a little sooner on TikTok because I want to get started over there connecting with folks. Hello. Okay, hi there. I'm just new. Welcome to the room. How you doing, friend? Let me know where you're from. Put that in there as well. Let me know where you're from. And then I've been doing this for 10 months now. And I go twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. I am in Florida in the USA. And so let me know where you're from as well. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel as well. All right. Others in the room, if you want to say hello and good morning, feel free to do that as well. Thank you all for being here. Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Bangladesh. Okay, nice. Welcome to the room. Appreciate you being here. And do you go live? Or you just, have you gotten to the live access yet? To go live on YouTube, you have to have 50 subscribers. So 50 subscribers, and then you get live access. You can go live on your computer, but essentially it's not being sent to anyone if you don't have subscribers. So when you go mobile, the vertical, you get sent out a little bit more. you get to other countries. So because I'm vertical, I'm on my tablet. I am being sent out all over the world. I'm not on my computer. My computer is actually right here, and that's why I look over at my computer, because I like to see the comments. The comments show up on my tablet, but I often will look to see on the side where the comments are coming in. My audio sounds muffled. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. I hear myself on my computer, so I don't know what to tell you. You wanna I'm congested. I'm getting a little cold. And no, I'm not blocking my mic. I'm not. Tell me where you're from. Thank you for saying something. Did that make it sound a little better? Maybe turn it up. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little congested, so it may be me in general. Welcome to the room, though. Thank you for saying something. And yeah. So hopefully it sounds better. So what is this all about? I talk about how to go live. How to go live with confidence and ease. I'm a creator network agency on TikTok. So I talk about TikTok in particular because it has more features and functionality. Okay, that's better. Okay, appreciate you. So it has more features, and unlike YouTube, YouTube is very basic with YouTube Studio unless you use a third party um, software to stream. And I don't use like Restream, StreamYard, or Riverside. I use YouTube Studios. So it's a little different. Good morning, loving. Hope your day goes well. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's all those questions. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have questions about going live. So I teach about how to go live. So I'm going to go on TikTok in a second, in just a few moments, and I'm going to talk over there about the platform. I do recruiting over there, but um, I also make sure that I am um, supporting people who are trying to go live, who lack the information necessary to do a live stream, and maybe a little bit of the confidence. And so I help them, learn what the platform's all about, instill a little bit of motivation and confidence in terms of how to do this. In a way that is not overwhelming or anxiety ridden. So we talk about that, and then I just make sure I just stay consistent. And a lot of it is just showing up because people are like, okay, how to do this? And they're looking for guidance and advice. And I just give tips and strategies to do it. So, first of all, if you're new to my live, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you are new to the live. And then if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click the subscriber button. And then finally, click that bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. And then, like I said earlier, there's 50 subscribers that you need to go live on YouTube, as well as you want to continue to grow. So last couple of days I've been giving tips to do it, because you have to have 500 subscribers as well as 3,000 watch hours to get invited to the monetization programs for YouTube, which is called the YouTube Partners Program. So I was given some strategies to kind of get there. It's a little bit of a long game when you're on YouTube, but again, it's worth it in terms of how many opportunities you have to grow. So it's a lot of opportunity in the long run, but you just got to stay with it. And a lot of people fall off. They quit before they even get started. And so you want to stay with it. You want to stay consistent. And so what I've been doing is using my TikTok as a way to make sure I always stream. And so, and then you get a lot of nonsense too. So just make sure if you're going to stream on YouTube, I usually tell people this is a professional channel. You got to make sure you're putting professional comments in. I do remove people. So it's just one of those things where you get a lot of young kids and people who think it's funny to come on somebody's live and just be ridiculous. But at the same time, you got a lot of people who want to learn and grow, and they use this as an opportunity to find out some great information. The same way you'll search for videos, you can come to a live and ask questions and learn and grow that way. Not a lot of people take advantage of that, but that's okay. So let me do this. I'm going to come over to TikTok. We're going to get started. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you for liking a live, if you don't mind liking a live, if you haven't done so already. And then also click that subscriber button to get notifications of when I go live. To become a subscriber, and then also the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So we're going to go on the TikTok side. so that let me see. We're gonna go to TikTok side to get started over there. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support. We're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Appreciate everybody coming through. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Appreciate everybody coming through, and we'll get started in just a few minutes as we get going. Let's see. My board is not up. Turn the board on. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all joining me. And I'm going to get started in just a minute. Appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate everybody coming through. We're going to get started. I'm actually going on to TikTok and get started over there and get to chatting. I'm not a tarot reader. Appreciate you. No, you don't see any cards, do you? Appreciate you, friend. I do not have any cards. With that, I do talk about going live. So I've been doing this for 10 months. This is my 10th month. And I talk about how to go live with ease and confidence. So appreciate you all being here. Feel free to like the live, comment, subscribe. I'm about to go onto TikTok, and we're going to get started over there. Talking to some of our friends over there. So I co-stream. So you guys will be able to look at this as a playlist later. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Appreciate you coming in. Hello. Appreciate you being here. All right. TikTok live. TikTok live. We are live. Let me know if you have questions. Come in. We are live with confidence and ease. If you want to go live, come in, ask questions. Come in. Let me know if you want to go live. I'm happy to answer questions about the go live process. We're talking about TikTok live. We're talking about live streaming, how to go live on TikTok. I'm giving beginner tips. Hello, someone. Appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have questions about the go live process. We're talking all things going live. Appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have questions on how to live stream. We're talking about how to live stream. Come in, ask questions. Let me know if you have any questions on how to go live with confidence and ease. Appreciate everybody being here. Let me know if you have any questions. We're getting started now. I want you to go live with confidence and ease. So come in, ask questions. Let me know how I can support you. If you are looking to go live, come in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting the live stream. We are talking about how to go live. If you have questions, come in and ask. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to my live, feel free to come on in and ask questions, friends. Thank you all for being here. Hey, how you doing, Jeff? I see your friend from yesterday. Warren G, thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate you being here. Feel free to come in, ask questions, friends. We are getting started in just a minute. I usually warm up the room. We're trying to get to 10K likes, so if you don't mind liking the live, that would be great. You can like the live by tapping the screen, and that will support with getting more people in the room. So feel free to come in, like the live. Hello, friend. I know. How you doing, Janelle? Thank you so much. Crochet Like a Pro. How are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you, others who are coming into the live. If you don't mind liking, that means that you are literally tapping the screen or using your tap-in device so you can support the live. We're going to try to get to 10K by 10 minutes. We'll see if we can make that happen. How you doing, Elle? Appreciate you coming in. Empress, thank you so much for joining. Others coming in the room. I've been going live for a little bit, but I would like to work on backgrounds. What advice? Ooh, Warren G. Give me a second. We're gonna have some more friends come in the room. Let's get that tap goal going right now because that's how the room gets activated. TikTok sees the room is active. So if you guys can help by just tapping the screen, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Good morning, first time join and welcome to the room. We're almost at 2K taps, and it's only been 2 minutes. So we're going to get it going. We're going to see if we can hit that goal within 10 minutes. So come on in and support the live by tapping the screen, and we'll talk about backgrounds because you can see my background here. I do have an opinion. So I do have an opinion about backgrounds. And this is something I've started new, so I'll talk about that. Thank you so much, Crochet Like a Pro. Others coming in the room, thank you all for tapping. We are almost at 3K taps, so let's see if we can get going and see if we can get the room activated. This is something that you want to pay attention to as you prepare to go live. How you start your live is critical, okay? Starting your live stream, going live on TikTok in particular, because this is all a computer. This is an algorithm. So it's listening to what you say, it's listening to what happens in your live stream. And you want to say the keywords, the words for your live, okay? So I know Crochet Like a Pro, she's talking about crocheting. So she's going to be saying those things early on. And then the other thing is you want your room to also support getting the room activated, and that's a like goal. So if you create a goal for your community, say, okay, let's get to 10K likes. TikTok sees that, especially early on, as people are engaging, people are supporting the live, people are here, they're interested, and they essentially will invite other people to the room. More people will come to your room. You'll probably get a flash goal, so we'll see if we get the flash goal earlier. So that's another trick as well, because you want to get that goal as early as possible so you can focus on the topic and not worry about fulfilling TikTok's goals. I personally say always do the flash goal no matter what, because essentially TikTok uses that to see if your room is active and actively participating. So always do that. Empress, thank you for sharing. Yes, please share as well. Thank you so much, Qatar America. How are you, friend? Thank you all for sharing out the live. I appreciate that. I need to share my own live. You're welcome. I appreciate all the support. And those who are coming in, thank you for joining. So when you start a live, you want to actively focus on getting your room moving, getting it activated. You'll hear some live coaches and kind of like what I said, okay, I'll get to that question, but let me get the room going because you got to get your room activated. Sometimes we just go into our topic, but we gotta work together. This is teamwork. So that's the important part of it. So I want you guys to kind of note that and start trying that in the beginning. And if you can kind of give your room a goal, that's gonna only make it better. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, friend. We are 5 minutes and we're 7.5 taps in. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. We are doing it. Thank you all for supporting. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody being here on the YT as well. Yay, we're going to do it today. This is going to be awesome. Yesterday we did, oh my gosh, we did almost 350K taps. I think I left when it was like 340-ish, 43 or something like that. Oh, I should have stayed longer, but I was like, I gotta go, y'all. It was over 3 hours. I was like, I gotta go. That live was taking forever, but it was so much fun. So we had a lot of questions, a lot of great engagement. So we're at 9K. I'm gonna tell you guys, I know we're nowhere near 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, we're 6 minutes in. We are crushing it. Okay. We are crushing that like goal. So thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate you guys being a part of the live stream this morning and getting us going. So all of the support matters. And like I said, you want to start off right, saying the words, see if you can get to that 10K. We got to that 10K. We got to it in 6 minutes, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, I appreciate it. Yes, that's awesome. Nettie, Nat, Holly Q, I think some of you all came in. There's some people who are already part of the community. Hey, Holly Q, I made it into Flourish Live today. Did you? She's good, isn't she? We got to debrief about that, but yeah, she's good. Hey, Joel, how you doing? Y'all coming in, getting your daily heart means. Thank you so much. Appreciate the hand hearts. Miss Darlene coming in. Y'all, we got that 10K pretty quickly. So we're going to see how this live goes. Her room is awesome. It's so nice. Yeah, she's so nice. I mean, it is for obviously the plant community, but she's welcoming to all, so which is great. That's what you want to be too. You want to be welcoming. So my friend Warren, he asked a question early on, so I want to make sure I get back to his question. How to set these goals? Which goals, friend? You talking about the goals up here? There's a live goal. There's your gift gallery. When you talk about goals for your room, are you saying just in general? I had a tap goal just now that I said verbally. It wasn't anything I said. I just said verbally, let's try to see if we can get to 10K in 10 minutes, really activating a room and trying to focus on getting a room energized. And I'm saying that to my friends in the room, especially people in my agency. I want you guys to practice that because I think there's a little bit of a secret sauce there. That 10K in 10 minutes, I think that does help to letting TikTok know, hey, people are here, they're enjoying this, they're liking the live, and things are going. Now, I'm using my tapping device, I'm using my backup account and phone as another way to support my own room. So make sure you have something else that you can use, but it's important that you get your room activated. How do you get into an agency? I would love to join one to help. Well, Warren, I am an agency. You are in my room. I do recruit in my live stream, so I do recruit, and I'll share more about my agency in a second. If you want to stay with me, I want to answer your question about background. You said help a brother. What's your live topic, and when do you go live, friend? Let me know when you go live and what's your live topic. Um, and I'm going to talk a lot. Okay, UTER nurse night shift. Look at you, Warren. Okay, so what do you talk about in your live? Are you talking about healthcare, medical care stuff? Um, Warren, you did ask the question. Others come in the room. If I missed you, good morning. Welcome to the room. Feel free to drop in the comments. Hello, how you doing? And let me know if you're new. Okay. Somebody's comment got filtered. Warren, was that you? Somebody's comment got filtered, so I don't see it. So you're gonna have to rewrite it. So TikTok filtered it. Um, I don't know why. So just rewrite a different way. I just listen to R&B music and just vibe and doing music therapy. Okay, so it's almost like a DJ, kind of, sort of. Like people are like liking your mix of music and songs you're playing. Is that kind of it? Um, and and I know we think about DJs, turntables, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, but there is like this new vibe that's happening. People have songs that they made. There's a gentleman in the agency, Chris. He makes songs um, through the AI app, and he's showing it, showcasing his music he's created, and people are coming in vibing with him. So probably similar. In the way that you're bringing people into your room and they're vibing out with you. So that's cool. That's totally cool. There's a feature TikTok has now called the DJ Live Academy. So it's kind of helping people learn a little bit more about how to monetize and strategy for being a DJ. So that may be something you might want to consider too. It's going to be in the campaign section of the live home screen. Background is what you asked. Others in the room, welcome to the room. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you're new. Yes, that's it. DJ Live Academy. So look it up. Definitely look it up under the campaigns area. What are the no-nos on specific words that you can't use on live? Great question. Great question. Earn daily pay with April. Hi, April. How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. I'm retired working to help others earn more income with digital marketing. I see you, friend. Welcome to the room. I am new. Right. And so your question was specific words. Let me answer Warren's question first because he came in asking his question. Sometimes I'm starting to take notes of questions I'm getting just so that I can keep track of things. I don't want to lose track of some of the questions that may come in the chat. So as we get more people in the room, there'll get to be more questions that I'm going to have to kind of make sure I'm addressing. As you guys can tell, I'm a little under the weather. So bear with me. Words. Okay, so background. Let's talk about background real quick. Here's the deal. Background is important. That is critical. So where you are, I'm glad I found you. Welcome, friend. Where you are setting up your live stream is important for people because they're visually people. We're visual people just in general. I mean, obviously, that sense is activated in this space. You're looking at people, you're getting to know what they're showing on their screen, and you're vibing out with them, or you're learning from them, or you're inspired by what they're showing you. And so being a live host is very important. Obviously, the audio is key as well. So I say to people, there's 4 elements you want to pay attention to. Your lighting, what happens in your room, that visual appeal, your audio, also your background, what you're showing people, and then your internet connectivity. Those are things that you got to make sure is intact as you're growing as a live host. Is that a number one priority? Not necessarily. Because at the end of the day, we have a lot of people that don't go live because, oh, I don't have the right background. Oh, I don't have, I want to upgrade my mic. Oh, my lighting. You can go live and start learning the platform, learning what's here, learning how to engage properly. And then as you go and grow in your live stream, you'll enhance some of these things. You'll fix it. All right. So I don't want you guys to think like, oh, I can't start until everything's perfect. I tell you all the time, practice makes progress. We're not making perfection here. Okay. This chick is here, front and center present. Hello, Black Lotus. How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. I appreciate you. Look at you, friend. Janelle, thank you so much. I see you. Almost 20K. Let's go. Appreciate the support, everybody. Good morning, Maya. Thank you so much for being here. Linda, you said I am new. Welcome to the room as well. So I want you guys to pay attention to that. Don't do it scared. Do it scared stickers. Thank you so much, So Tours. Thank you so much for being here as well. So I'm gonna give you some homework. That bio, we gotta have words in our bio. So you gotta want to have words in your bio because as you come live, when you come to a TikTok live, people click your photo, we read your bio, we want to know who you are, how we can support, and then ultimately we want to make sure we're connecting with someone that maybe is similar to what we're interested in. So that's how you get new followers and also new viewers and engagers. Okay. When it comes to the bio too, it's also the way TikTok knows who you are and what you're about. So when you think about this being a search engine optimization, those words in your bio help people find you in terms of your content, but also your page. So make sure you are putting words there. Okay. Oh, nice stickers we have. Yes. Oh, so the stickers are where you put comments, where you put your comment in, click that heart. If you click that heart, you can get to my stickers. That's where they're located. So that's where they're located. By the way, where does anyone make their, where is, some people use Canva. Some people use ChatGPT. So you have plenty of options. So, you can do a prompt. Canva has AI as well, and it'll design a sticker for you and ask it for the prompt based on TikTok specs. I think it's 300 by 300 BPIs. I think that's it, if I said that correctly. Are you supposed to go live on my cell phone, a laptop, or both? Never gone live before. I'm on my phone. There is a such thing for your laptop called Live Studio. That's a different way to go live on TikTok. You have to download it to your computer. You got to make sure your computer has enough space, memory space to stream because it does take up a lot. And so you want to make sure you have that squared away, but you have to download it on your phone. On your computer. And so bio, yes, make sure you have a bio. Yes, I've used them. Okay, perfect. Yes, I want where do you make them? Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. So back to background. Warren, let me know if you're still in the room. And TikTok studios are a RAM beast. It is the live studio. Live studio, oh gosh, it is taking up a lot. So what I did, I think I'm going to stay on my phone. I don't know if I'm going to really migrate to the laptop. I don't see myself doing it all the time. I don't see myself. I want to learn it. I like it in terms of all the functionality that is there, but it is a lot. It's a lot to do over there. It's a learning curve too. Okay, so Warren, the background, what I tell people is less is more. Let's be real. People want you. So if you can find a space where you are front and center, Nika Grace, how you doing, friend? Hopefully you feel okay. Hopefully everything's doing okay for you. If you can be front and center, that's best. That's my preference. Now you have people who are okay with showing a little bit more of their space. But again, if you're on the phone, there's only so much bandwidth you have here, real estate rather, that you have here to show. So it just depends on how you're situated. There are some people who are a little back further, and they're standing and they're talking. So it just depends on what you're doing in your live. So your background should complement it. You know what I'm saying? The background shouldn't be distracting. So as you can tell with my background, with my light on, I just added this feature. So if you go back and look at my content, you don't see the lights. The lights just happened in the last month, the month of February. I added this light, and it's a little small, little light, as you'll see here. And it sits on my little table here. Has a little remote that I can change it out to. It is in my showcase. I'll pin it later if you're interested in it. But if you want to go to my picture here, my mini profile will show, will pop up. And at the very bottom, it says Dr. Lisa Showcase. Click that and you can get to the light. And I also use a clip-on light to shine on me. That's my background. Nothing too fancy, but it does kind of illuminate. It was like showing off my little plant here. And then I had that little artwork on the wall. So that's it. That's it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Milton. Appreciate you sharing and saying hello. Rough morning. Good morning. I know, friend. Hopefully you're feeling better and you're getting taken care of. Love the info. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you all who are here. You said yes, it is large. What's large? Let me know what you mean. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Okay, Warren said he's here. Others who came in the room, here's what I tell my newbies. Appreciate you all being here. Come in, say hello, so we know you're here. Hello, friend. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Follow your dreams. I love your bio. Milton, thank you so much. TikTok. Oh, you're talking about TikTok Studio is large on laptop. It is. It is. We have a few friends in the room in the agency that use it quite often, primarily as the way they stream. And again, I've learned a lot from them because I really didn't start trying it out until December. So I tried it out for the first time in the month of December. This whole time I'm on my phone. So for me, it was great learning it. But again, it's a learning curve. It takes up a lot of space. Some of my features on my laptop wasn't available because I have other apps open, other things I'm doing, and I had to shut everything down for it to work properly. So just little things like that, and that's kind of an inconvenience because I use my laptop all the time. So for me, the phone is better, and I'm used to the phone and the features here. And the phone has a lot to offer because TikTok obviously focuses on the mobile first, and Live Studio is just now starting to be really enhanced in the last few months. They just offered it for the Mac back in October, so you couldn't even use your Mac computer for it. Good morning, Grounded RN. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here, friend. Appreciate the support. Yes, so he said you want to join the agency. You said scoop me back. Okay, so since you use the word scoop, let's talk about that. Only because you use that word. Now I gotta help the room, especially my beginners, understand when you're doing a live, especially from a depending on your live stream, you want to be careful about language because some of those words are from like those bro rooms, and so you don't want people to really to scoop you. You want people to friend you. You want them to connect with you. You want them to become an engaged viewer. And so the grow room language is like scooped and following, gotcha, and all those things because they're just coming in there for numbers. People are just coming in. It's authentic engagement. That's what it is. Moonflower. That's it. You want authentic engagement. You said I was told not to say, follow, or friend yet. So be careful with that. People use the word besties and stuff like that. Hello, how are you doing? I say hello, friend, all the time. But just know that language is from those rooms. And so TikTok wants you to, obviously, they want it to be organic. They want it to be authentic. They want people to support one another. And so you're now coming into a room and you want your viewers, and I'm going to say this for you, Warren, in particular, since you're going live and doing the DJ stuff, you want your viewers to keep coming back. You want them to continue to engage, and you don't want them just to come back one time. You want them to come back all the time. And so that's how you get fan club members and people level up in your room because they're coming back and they're supporting. Nika, she's sending the populars now. So that's helpful because the fan club says, okay, let's send some populars to support this room. TikTok AI is always listening carefully to language and our platform. Yep, that is so true. Absolutely. And let me take that a step further because it actually does listen, because in the fan club, they have the AI and it's checking your comments, and it actually will give tags to the live hosts to let me know what you all are saying and thinking and how I can use that to know my room better. Okay, so if I click my fan club right now, there is these tags that are in here. And so, Black Lotus, why does it say interested in football? When did you talk about football? It said interested in football next to your name. I was like, huh? What are the strict no words? Okay, no words first timer. I'm gonna give you some things that you can and cannot do, but a lot of it is learning by doing, okay, and learning what not to say. So kind of no words, things you want to avoid. I just said with the whole follow for follow. That's a restriction you can get. If TikTok senses that people are in your room and they're just kind of scooping each other up and doing all that stuff. So you want to avoid that word as a viewer, and you want your chat to not overuse that word or overuse words where it's just a sense that they're just following to follow for follow's sake. TikTok does not like that. As a live host, you can get a restriction for that. You want to avoid illicit drug terms. Okay, TikTok does not like that. You got to be careful about what you say and what you do on this app. Um, you want to make sure that you are being careful about what you're talking about. Like if you're talking about something very traumatic and adult in nature, turn on your content disclosure as well as your audience control so that again, the app is not thinking you're saying something where it's inappropriate because of the audience and because of the content being shared. So there's things like that. People spell out words. The running joke is that TikTok is a little jealous. And so you gotta be careful about talking about other social media platforms and constantly talking about them in your live. You can say it. I don't oversay them, so I use initials or I'll say the word here and there, but I'll try not to overdo it. Um, when it comes to link in bio, TikTok is like a little sensitive about that because again, that implies that you're trying to push people off the platform, and that's the other thing about the social media platforms you're talking about. You don't want to give the perception that you're trying to push people off the platform. TikTok wants you here, they want you engaging. They want all your love and attention. Okay, so just know that that's what's happening here. So be careful about what you say and do. There are restrictions and there's violations. Restrictions is a timeout where your live is not pushed to the For You feed and people are not seeing you there. Violations mean that you actually got suspended and you cannot go live. Okay, so you want to be careful about what you do because there are things that are just truly inappropriate. You can't nudity is inappropriate. You can't show anything physically, or you cannot show an image of anything. So if they get the impression that nudity, you can get a violation for that. That's not a restriction. That's actually a violation. Um, Other words that you can say, you got to be careful about what you say because it could lead to another violation called misinformation. And so you want to be careful about how you say things and what you're talking about, especially things that are a little bit more political and controversial, because they don't want you, quote unquote, spreading lies and misinformation. So you can get a violation for that. I had someone recently get that violation. So just know, be careful about what you say and be careful about what your chat is saying. Your viewers cannot put stuff in your chat like that. And so you got to monitor your chat. You literally, this is your home. And you don't let everybody in your home. You got to protect your home, protect your peace. And so when people are commenting, you might have to remove people and say, hey, we can't have that chatter. Okay, so be careful about what people are saying. All right. I think that's probably the basics. I know that's not all what you need. There's no page you can go to. You can look at the community guidelines and just infer, like, okay, here's some things I need to be careful with. All right, football. Where did you see that? It was in your tag, Black Lotus. It was under your name. It was like interested in football. I was like, when did you talk about football? um, I'm promoting. Did you talk about soccer? Maybe they meant soccer. Didn't you say something about soccer before or football? That sounds familiar now. I'm promoting 4 digital products with 100% profit. Okay. Oh, that's and so I can't promise that. You got to be careful too, because fraud and scams is another violation. You can't speak to 100% profit, all the other stuff. You got to be careful about what you say, seriously. So you might get a violation for fraud and scam depending on how you verbalize your live stream. That was 2 other people who had that, and they were doing digital products and other solutions, but again, it was the verbiage they were using. So if you make it sound too good to be true, TikTok is like, ma'am, pull up on the language. So figure out how you can say it where again it doesn't seem like you're trying to um, have a language that seems like the AI will say that it's a fraud or scam. Our violations are what we need. You need an agency for. Well, agencies can submit an inquiry on your behalf. Let me be very clear. I promise. Thank you for that. Signature check. I've never gotten that. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, friend. Appreciate the support. That was lovely. That was beautiful. Um, let me know if you need anything, Black Cloud. I appreciate you. Uh, so violations and restrictions. Well, restrictions agencies can't support restrictions. That's like a timeout. When you think about, I give the analogy like if you got in trouble in high school and you had to get detention, you had to sit out and sit in detention for a little bit. That's kind of what restrictions is for that particular live. The violation, and if your account is banned, the agency can submit an inquiry on your behalf. But again, you have to appeal it first. So first step is you. Second step is the agency. The agency can try to advocate on your behalf. But let me say this. I mean, out of the recently TikTok has been giving a lot of violations too. But in the last I'm going to say I got like maybe 7 people who've gotten violations. They've appealed them, and many of them have gotten them back. The times I've had to submit an inquiry, I've gotten 3 of the 4 approved. So somebody didn't get theirs approved, and what they did was the misinformation one, because that one was like pretty steep. But with that being said, at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you in terms of how you run your live, and sometimes you may have to take that violation. Yeah, so hey, hands in motion. Thank you so much. You said went live last night, got a restriction for hate speech, but I didn't say anything. Go back and look at your recording. You should have a recording. You can go back and review. You and maybe the way you phrase something, and TikTok was like, oh, I don't know if that's right. So I don't know. I have no idea. But if it was hate speech and you got a restriction or violation, it must have been a restriction, maybe a warning. Should you say something to them first, or just block them from your live? Um, Janelle, what are you referring to? Somebody who says something inappropriate in your chat? If they're not, I mean, sometimes look at y'all. Thank you. Look at the dinosaur that came out. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much, Nika Grace. I appreciate y'all. Um, Thank you so much. You said, am I using audio from my phone? I'm using audio from my phone. I don't have a microphone right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Nika. Hello, I went live. Okay, the hate speech. Yeah, I'm not sure. What did you say? I'm going back up because I know I missed some comments. I'm going to go back and try to capture some of those. I make AI technology teaching content. Anything I should be careful with, I just diving in here. So be careful about what you're showing. Um, you said AV. Did you mean AI? Let me know if you meant AI. You said AV, so that's audio visual. So maybe that's different. But yeah, be careful about what you're showing. That's all I would say. Be careful about what imagery you're showing. Yeah, I don't know about language, but definitely be careful about what you're showing. Are you using audio? Okay, so let's see. Let me make sure. Which tapper do you have? I have one I'm not fond of with a cord. This is the cordless one. This doesn't have a cord. It's in my showcase as well. So you can click that, Maya. So yeah, it's in my showcase. Um, yeah, should you say something to the person first? I think that's what you're asking. Um, I think there is something to be said about, yeah, definitely telling your chat in general what's happening, because you don't want it to continue to happen. So one person does it, you can say, hey, I need you not to do that anymore. We can't have that language. I don't want to get my live shut down. I don't want to get a violation. You can say that to people, and hopefully people respect that. But if they don't respect it, then you're going to have to block and remove them. Yeah, and maybe even report them, depending on what they're saying. So yeah, you touch the words of the person of what they said, and you have the options there. It'll show if you're looking to report them, click report first. Um, so um, thank you so much. TikTok had a scrolling message for me. Thank you so much. So be careful about what they're saying. So maybe do that first. Thank you all who are coming in, and then you can block and you can mute. You want to remove the word, so mute the word first, or it, depending on if you're not reporting them. But I typically do mute so I can get it off my screen, block, and then if I'm going to report, I always go to report first. I was reading my book. I got a hate speech, but someone else said, said a profanity word. Yeah, like I said, you got to be careful about what your chat is saying. Yeah, you got to be careful about what they're saying, because if they're saying language or words or something that's inappropriate, again, this is your house. Okay? So you don't want somebody coming in just disrespecting your house, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So you got to control your house. And you may have to remove them. Yeah, you may have to block them. So keep that in mind. I mean, obviously, what I teach, I don't get a lot of that. I get some trolls that may come in, and I mute and block them out. But for the most part, my topic is not a topic where it could be a little controversial or it could be a little polarizing. And so if you have a topic that may require a little bit more sensitivity, be careful about what you're saying, and then be careful about who's in your room and what they may say. Because people may say stuff that in their mind is their truth, and they're saying something that is, they're speaking their truth, and it's not sensitive, it's insensitive to others. Okay, their truth may be insensitive to others, and so because of that, they can't do that here. Okay, so you got to make sure you're not being insensitive to other people, and what you're saying is something that is not going to get your life at risk, put your life in risk. Okay, so just be careful about how you say things and what you're saying. Turn on your content disclosure. That could help a little bit, but again, you might still be prone to violations depending on what's being said. Um, I did go back and review the video. I didn't say anything. I'm not that type of person. So what I would tell you, hands in motion, turn on your content disclosure. Did you have that turned on? Turn your content disclosure on and see if that helps, so that next time it's not misinterpreted. So what if I want to go live, but I don't really have a topic per se? At some point you have to talk. You have to come up with some type of topic. So something that is guiding your live stream. So I'll talk about that in a second, Missy. I want to kind of do a deeper dive because a lot of people are like trying to figure out what to talk about. So I'll let me circle back. You said I went live last night and I had a few blocked him, but I didn't know about the mute. Yes, you got to remove the words. That's how you mute the language, so it's not staying on your screen. Thank you all who are coming in and following. I appreciate you. Content disclosure makes sense. Thank you. You're welcome. So yeah, turn on that. Let me know if I need to show it. I know I probably do for some of my newbies. So let me show that in a second. Probably not. Okay, we'll do. Okay, you said probably not. So if you say probably not, then no, you didn't have it on, friend. So I've been, it's been, hold on, restrictive. Hold on one second. Restrictive of speech as of last month. Oh, you're talking about Moonflower. You're talking about the new owners. The new owners are being a little strict, and yeah, I would agree. Like I said, in the last month, in the month of February, I think I've seen easily 5 violations, 5 maybe 7. It was really interesting seeing, and they're all different. That's the thing about it. It's not like I'm seeing a pattern of the same thing. It's like everybody's different. So they are issuing those. They are issuing them. And so many of those have gotten approved when they appeal them because it's like a first time offense. But if you do something that's pretty egregious, then they're not going to approve it. I'm just going to say that now. They're not going to approve it. So just be careful about what you're saying. I went live last night and I had a few blocked. Okay. So, I did go back and review. Okay, so yeah, so content disclosure, definitely turn that on. You said I went live for the second time last night and had around 10 people show up. Nice, it's growing then. I love that. I've never been live, just wanted some tips. Okay, so my friends who have not gone live, we'll talk about what to do when you go live for the first time. And it's something I said yesterday with the people in the room. Let me show content disclosure first. Let me show content disclosure because I don't want you guys to miss that piece since we were just talking about restrictions. I'm gonna go live on my other account, my shop account. This is my shop page, and then I'm going to show in the settings, and you can do it in the live stream. When you're in the live, there's 3 dots in the corner. This is where you'll find it. But before you go live, it's settings. Let me turn my camera so you guys can see this correctly. Under settings, I want you guys to Scroll down, and right in the middle, you'll see, did I pass it? Audience control. Toggle that on. It says this live is limited to 18 years and older. That means what you're saying, if it's for a mature audience and what you're doing, um, you want to turn that on. Okay. So turn on the audience control. If you're selling something, promoting something, turn on your audience control. All right. And then you're going to scroll all the way down to content disclosure. You're going to click the arrow, and then you're going to turn on this. And you can see clearly it says, tell viewers that this live promotes a brand. You are your brand, product, or service. And you can, and you're representing yourself or collaborating with another brand. So you're representing yourself. So this might be your own brand, and you are promoting yourself or your own business. You just check that off and you save it. So what I would tell you to do is turn that on every time you go live. If your live is warning something that is a little bit more sensitive in nature. Okay. Political conversations, um what's the power three? Money, religion, and politics. Okay. Just know you turning it on. All right. That's what I would tell you. That's my advice. And then obviously if you're promoting a service or a business, turn it on. Okay. So make sure you turn it on that way too. So keep that in mind. Um, so my newbies, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. If you are new, put in the chat. Thank you. You're welcome. That was helpful. Okay. Um, and restrictions, don't stress about it, but always hear me clearly. Always, whether it's a restriction, a little timeout, or a violation, always appeal. Don't, and appeal. I'm okay with you saying I don't know what I did, and even if you did know what you did, just say I didn't do it. Hey, my bad. I didn't know what I did. Why I get this? Do that one first. That one seems to be kind of like a first time offender. They let you buy with that typically. Now, like I said, depending on what's happening in your chat, depending on what you said, then yeah, you might have to take the L. Okay, you may have to take the L on that, but try to at least try that peeling. All right, that's my quick cheat code if you want to try that. Do you do one-on-ones? I do one-on-ones. I do consultations. Um, I will, it's in my Service Plus. You see Service Plus. My board is flipped around. Let me turn. It's here. If you click this, you can click my Service Plus and I'll inbox you my stand store where you can register, you can sign up there. And if you go here, you can get to my profile, go to my mini profile, click my photo again, it goes to my main profile. It takes you to my agency page, and my stand stores in my agency bio. So that's where you would go for it. But essentially, if you click it here, I'll send it to you as well. Okay, because I get an inbox message. So that's how you can get to me. And I'll pin, well, you know what? I'll pin my Service Plus right now since we're talking about it. So let me know if you have questions. Let me catch up on a couple comments, and then I am going to um, go back. New here to my new friends. I wanted to say hi to the new friends coming in. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for saying new. I appreciate it. Let's do this. We did this yesterday. It was so fun seeing where people was from. Put in here what state you're from. Let's see who's represented in the room. Let's see where people are from, if you don't mind. Shopping too, since under 18. Yes, shopping. Content disclosure automatically comes on for shopping when you do the TikTok shop. So it automatically turns on for TikTok shopping. Yeah. So if you turn on that shopping cart. Hey, the CEO speaks. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, lady in a bubble. Appreciate you as well. Thank you for joining the room. Earn, thank you so much. April, I see you, friend. Missy Dean, thank you for being here as well. Max, Baptiste, thank you so much for being here as well. My new friends. Is it Kate Plans? K Plans, is that it? Thank you so much for coming in as well. Is it Mamo? Thank you so much for being here. Did I say that right? Thank you so much. GLP1 Granny, welcome to the room. Simply Me, appreciate you as well. Thank you all for coming in. Sassy and Sweet, appreciate you coming in, everyone. Southern Girl, thank you all for coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in. Karen, would you be promoting or collaboration? Say that again. So for SOB, would Be promoting or collaboration. I don't know what that means. SOB. What's SOB? Tell me more. My the acronyms is not popping in my head for a second. With that word, when you say it, I'll be like, oh. but I appreciate you saying it. Um, why did you ask that question? Promoting or collaboration. What does that mean? I need to slow down a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm recovering from my knee surgery and okay, and struggling. Thank you so much, Mimi. Free. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you all for the shares. I see the shares as well. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you all coming through and sharing out the live. Sharing out the live is the arrow below. So thank you for the support. You said you're from VA. Okay, there we go. Thank you. You're welcome. Mitten State of Michigan. I love the Mitten State. Appreciate your advice. You're welcome. Oh, that's right, because the hand. That's right. For Michigan. I'm originally from Chicago. Originally from Chicago, now live in Florida. I am in Florida, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. I see PA, Texas, Virginia. Nice. Love it. Cali, Tennessee, Kentucky, California, Houston, Texas, California, South Carolina. Oh, we got a Florida girl. Hey, neighbor. Does your agency require battles? It does not require battles. I say it's a part of your monetization strategy. I don't discourage it, but it does not require it. Arkansas, Illinois. There you go. Hey, family. Um, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Arkansas, California. Hello, hello, lady. How are you, friend? Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate the follows as well. Do you give? Oh, hold on. That was a question. That was a good question. It was something about violation. I had to go back up. Um, let's see if I can find it. It went so fast. Do they give you the violation right away? Mine said none when I finished. Okay, that's good. You didn't get one. If you get one, it's like bam. It's right in your face. There is no mistaking. It was a TikTok um, violation. So yeah. So you know very clearly that you got it. There's no mistake. Don't get fooled. What is that? The banana in the tailpipe. Don't get fooled. If it's in this chat and it's scrolling just like y'all talking and communicating, and somebody's like, "Oh, violation," because some people, I don't know, it's this troll that does this, but it's essentially a message that pops in the chat just like you guys are coming in talking with me, and it will say in the live now violation or something like that. And if it's scrolling in the messages just like y'all communicating, it's not real. It's not real. It's somebody who's playing games, and you can press the words and remove, mute, block, and report if you choose to. But if you're in trouble, it shows up in the middle of the screen. You'll see it. So just know it's nothing that you're gonna miss. Okay. And then the people who are in the chat, just get rid of them. Don't end your live. It's not a real communication. Windy City, do you still love going? I get there. I was just there in January, visiting our friend. She's recovering. She's doing chemo right now, so she's I was visiting her and supporting. So I get there like once a year. I'll probably get there again before the year is out, but once a year I get there. We miss you in Chicago. You miss us? I gotta come see y'all when it's warmer. I was in there when I was in January. You know, January was cold. I think y'all had just got that big blizzard snowfall that came through, and it snowed really bad. It was snowing when I was there, but it snowed like days before, so it was like fresh snow on the ground. I was like, oh no, I gotta go back to Florida. So yeah, so I do get there sometimes though. I hear people talking about moderators do recommend how does that work? I like moderators. Okay, so what am I supposed to talk about? I'm supposed to talk about how to get started. That's where I was gonna go. How to get started my newbies. I want to talk to some of my newbies. So that's what we're gonna talk about, newbie stuff. Moderators, depending on what you're doing for your live, a moderator is fine. But I think sometimes some people use it as a crutch. And really, again, this is an engagement app. So as you prepare to go live, you're going live, you're connecting with your audience, you want to see the people. Just like y'all came in and said hello, and I went through saying hi to y'all and stuff and connecting, you want to connect with the people. So I'm gonna reiterate that in terms of some of the tips I would give for new people just starting off. But if your live does require you, especially if you're doing something, maybe you're cooking, maybe you are my knitters in the room, Moonflower, my crocheters. Sometimes you're looking and you're doing your thing, and it's kind of hard to keep up with the chat. You could use a moderator. They could pin comments. If you are a musician and you're playing your instrument, you can't be in the chat like that. You might see comments, so you may have a moderator pinning or responding to things. My sound healer, she's in her chat a little bit, but for the most part she relies on her moderators. So in those situations, depending on what's going on in your live, a moderator is very helpful. You need a moderator. um, but you don't need it if you're like me and you're just starting off and you're talking head and you're chatting and you're having this conversation and you're kind of feeling the room out. You don't need no moderator, not in the beginning. I would tell you don't do it. I would actually truly discourage it maybe for the first 30 days. Because in those first 30 days, you're here. You're doing all the things to kind of get comfortable and acclimated with the chat and with your community and what you're talking about. And a moderator to me is not allowing you to fully embrace that process and do it to its fullest. So for that reason, I would say don't do a moderator early. Maybe pick somebody up along the way. Get a moderator. My shop account is completely separate. Shop. Let me put that on the list. Why? Because shop algorithm will take over. And I'll explain that in a second, but it's something you want to kind of monitor and manage depending on what you're selling, what you want to promote on your shop page or in your shoppable content. So just be mindful. It's a different part of the TikTok platform. So when people are buying and searching for products, that's what they're doing. And so it does take over. But if people are just coming here looking for live streams based on your topic and what you're talking about, then it's fine. I do turn on my shopping cart. So I do have shop on this account. So I've shopped on two different accounts. The shop page was just strictly shop products. Here, I will show some tech products to help you with your live stream and I'll put in the shopping cart. But yeah, so you can integrate it into your live products. So that's the way I do it for here. But on my shop page, I'm mainly talking about the products themselves. You said I'm here listening, taking care of my grandma. Thank you, Miss Denny. I appreciate you. Grapevine, Texas. Getting my first knee replacement. Well, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. You can definitely DM me. I do answer questions. If you want to send a message here, you can DM me. That's Service Plus. That's a feature you can turn on as well. Do they stop the chat not getting way? Why not do it? Do they stop the chat not getting? Rich, what you mean? You can't turn off your chat. I don't know if I talk about that enough. If I wanted to turn off my chat, I can turn off my chat. You go into settings, and then so not nobody can comment. So let me say this real quick because I'm gonna turn it back on in a second. It's not super helpful because in the long run, you want that commenting, you want that interaction, you want your chat to chat because TikTok sees that as interaction and engagement. Okay, so when you turn off the chat, you're now kind of limiting the engagement that could potentially happen, and you want to see what you're, especially for someone like me, I feed off your comments, I feed off what we're talking about. So you could turn it off, but just be mindful that you're also limiting engagement for your room. All right, so I just wanted to make sure I said that. See, maybe I do need to cut my chat off sometimes so I can finish my sentences. So, but yeah, so that's something you can do. So yeah, when you come in, people can't comment. Look at you leveled up. Can't go live because someone else is using my phone number, so I can't verify my numbers. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Yeah, you might want to send in a help desk ticket. My goodness, maybe change your number. See if they'll let you change it for the phone. Let me turn up Black Lotus 36 in the room. Put this sticker. This is a sticker you can celebrate and recognize your viewers. Thank you, Black Lotus. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the support. So I have been going live since and still learning. Yeah, it's a learning process. I tell you guys, practice makes progress. You are always learning something new. You are always learning something new on this app, and they improve things all the time. So just keep at it. Don't get discouraged. It takes time. You said something about inappropriate things that we're saying. How do you get a moderator? I am new to the brand new, brand new baby. So moderators are usually somebody you know, somebody who's come to your live, maybe more frequently than not. Um, it is somebody who's interested in your topic, someone who you can hopefully depend on because they're showing up pretty consistently. Um, Maybe a family member or a friend. You know, you're gonna have to kind of start going live, and as you have frequent people, you can just ask them, do you mind being my moderator? And they'll do it. Now people ask, do you pay moderators, don't you pay moderators? I'm gonna say that's up to you and them. The notion is that you don't really have to have an agreement because it's voluntary. So when you really think about it, they can show up, not show up. You're gonna have to learn how to do stuff on your own. So that's why I said don't be too dependent on a moderator, because at the end of the day, they get busy. They have a life. Life gets to life for them. So you don't want to be in a situation where you're all of a sudden like, oh, well, my mom's not here, I'm not gonna go live. You don't do that. So I would say, you know, it's a good thing if you can have a reciprocated relationship where they come to you, they're supporting you, you go to them, you support them, and that's how it works. Yeah. So, so what to talk about when you go live? Okay, so here, let me. If I missed your comment, I'm gonna get to some other. I want to talk to my new friends who are looking to try to go live for the first time. Just some tips that I can give you and what I would do. Okay. What about people ask to come in? Should I delete those anyway? What about people asking to come in? Come in where? Oh, you're talking about the co-hosts? You can turn that feature off. Yeah, yes, please. New me. You can turn that feature off. The co-host, you can those requests, you can to stop that. You can also turn on another feature, viewer wishes. You don't get those requests either because you can't have them up at the same time. That's a little bit advanced. I'll talk about it in a second. But let me talk to my new friends real quick. Hey, Robert, how you doing, friend? So if you're a new person coming here for the first time, you have to do 3 lives, separate days, 24 hours in between each to be precise. And TikTok says you have to do those within the first 7 days. Okay, so ideally you're doing those within the first 7 days of going live. You can do day 1, day 2, day 3, you know, or you can skip some days if you need to, but try to do them within the first 7 days. Those first 3 lives have to be a total of 30 minutes. So you could do day 1, 10 minutes, day 2, 10 minutes, day 3, 10 minutes, and you're done. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't advise you to do that. I would want you to get used to going live more longer, and getting used to the platform, getting used to engaging your audience. So I want you to go live for an extended amount of time. So if you can go first time 15 minutes, second time 20 minutes, third time 30 minutes, and that way you're really getting comfortable with the live streaming process. The other thing I will tell you, and this is what I said yesterday, because people get so, because I'm an agency and I've gone to a lot of my newbies live streams, um, you still have to do the days. Even though you do over 30 minutes, you still have to do those first 3 days because they turn on features based on each day you go live. So don't, I mean, if you go 90 minutes, that's great, but still you're gonna have to do the other days. So the time counted, but not the day requirement. You're an agency, I am an agency. Um, you just keep going live. What happens after day 3? You do day 4, you do day 5. But yeah, you just keep going live. Is that the start? Is that the start time? What do you mean the start time? You start whenever you want. TikTok streets don't close. Whenever you want to go live, you can go live. Um, okay, how can we know if an account is a bot? Give me a second. Let me finish the other questions, and I'll get to the agency in a second. I'll get to the agency question in a second. But the bots, you know, obviously if they don't have, you really don't know. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. You don't know if there's a real person behind that. In most cases, when they're spamming or sending little messages, emojis, and little things like that, it's probably a bot, and you can delete those. Hey, Dolores, thank you so much for that first gift. I appreciate you, friend, sharing that. Thank you so much for doing that. Appreciate the support. Congratulations on sending your first gift, and it's a rose. Thank you, friend. Bots aren't really an issue. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Um, you know, you'll decide if you want to end up following them or not. And if they end up being a banned account, you got to remove them. And I'll talk about that in a second because y'all want to ask what's a banned account, but I'll talk about it in a second. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate it. So, okay, let's go here. Thank you all. I appreciate all the gifts. I appreciate the support. If you are somebody who is nervous and afraid, you're trying to figure out what to talk about, as an agency, one thing that I've noted is that my people, they'll have their little notes. They're sitting there talking. They wrote out their little script and the things they want to talk about in their live. The little notes are sitting there, and they rely on these notes. And those first three lives, Kim Love Jones. Thank you for the whale. I appreciate your friend. I was like, the noise I heard before the whale. I was like, what is that? Appreciate you. He said, let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Um, so I don't want you guys to rely on your notes. As a matter of fact, here's what I will say to do. Don't come to those first three lives ready to talk about your topic. Unless you're somebody who's cooking, unless you're somebody who is knitting or whatever the case may be, I don't want you to talk about your topic. Okay? I don't want you to, because you rely on your topic and miss the opportunity to connect with your chat. Miss the opportunity to connect real with people. And you miss that opportunity, and you continue to miss that opportunity each time you go live. And I want you to learn what features are here. What are some of the different things that are here? I want you to read. I want you to read, because there's things to read in here too. I want you to practice. I don't want you to focus on your topic. Those first three lives. That's my advice. Because again, I think that becomes a crutch. And the main point of this app is that it's an engagement app. Thank you so much for the community gifts. You're engaging. You see people who are liking a live, commenting, gifting, all those things you're doing. If you're sitting here, and we're going to put the sticker in the chat, if you're sitting here just looking at me and you ain't done nothing, this ain't TV, okay? This is not a television. This is an engagement app. Good morning, friend. So you are supposed to be engaging. And as a viewer, you want to teach your viewers to engage. So as a live host, you need to ask questions. You need to engage back. You need to click people's bios and read their bios. You need to, say, hey, where are you from? You just saw me do it. And people put all that information in the chat. Thank you so much. This ain't TV. I said I'm back. Hey, Miss Darlene. Kentucky here, new here. Good morning. So if you ask me what you talk about and you have never gone live, I'm going to say absolutely nothing. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. That's probably going to be we need a sticker for that. That's going to be my new sticker. What should I talk about? Absolutely nothing. Okay? So don't talk about anything. I want you to engage. I want you to ask questions. I want you to treat it like it's a water cooler conversation and you're just getting to know people. All right? That's what I want you to do, because that matters to this particular app. That matters. That matters to your growth. That matters to you having people in your room, because the next thing you're going to say is, nobody comes to my room. Nobody's here, Doc. How do I get people to come to my room? People don't engage. People don't say anything because you talking. You doing all the talking. You ain't saying nothing to them. So you need to make sure you're engaging, okay? Massachusetts here. Thank you, newbie. I like your answer because I'm so shy. I know. We it's a the crutch that we have with the paper, and we're talking, our outline, our topic. You said that makes sense. So I want you guys to focus on engagement. Now I'm going to tell you some of the things you can be doing when people ain't in the room and they're not engaging back, and all the things that will happen. I'm new, never been live, but I learned the minute the countdown finishes, start talking. I'm going to say this. Actually, here's the cheat code, Karen. Once the countdown starts, you start talking. You start at 3. Yeah, you really do. At 3, you start talking. As soon as the screen come on, you start talking. Hello, TikTok live. We're talking about live streaming. So I start my script as soon as the screen goes. And so you got to get to that point where you're talking. Then how does not having a topic affect the AI listening to pushing out the algorithm? Your first 3 lives, I'm not worried about you getting pushed out. Your first 3 lives, I want you to get used to connecting with people. So those first 3 lives, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Now, to your point, live number 4, you do want to be a little bit more prepared in terms of what your live stream is about. And honestly, thank you so much for the first gift. I see you, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You said, let's go. 403. It's 405 now. Look at you. Look at us. Thank you so much. She's talking about the heartbeats. The heartbeats went down. I think I got to over Oh gosh, it was upwards about 4:30 something yesterday. So they drop. People come and go off the app, so it's understandable. Um, Here's what I will say. Day four, the fourth time you go live, and even when you're doing those first three lives, you should have maybe a, a inkling of what you want to talk about. Hey, I'm new. This is my first live. I'm going to talk about all things live streaming and helping you. But right now, I'm just here and I'm just trying to figure out all the different features here on TikTok. I'm going to play around. But if you're new, come in. Let me know if there's something I should be looking at right now. This is my first live. I'm trying to figure out where different things are. So let me know if you're new. Oh, thank you. How you doing, Instructor Watson? The U.S. Diaries. Thank you for coming in. Hold my coffee. Thank you for joining. That's what you're doing. You're doing that engagement. Okay? So you may have a topic. You do need to talk about your topic. I'm going to talk about that. That is literally day four. But what I keep saying, and I'm just being honest with y'all, is I'm seeing too many creators that are not doing the engagement. They jump right into their topic and they're not doing the engagement. And I think that's a missed opportunity. So I want you to do some engagement. I want you to do some practicing too. So there's different things in here. I did this yesterday and then we'll play around with some features, but this is an effect. So if you're in a live and you don't know where the effects are, you're missing an opportunity. You should be seeing where the effects are. When I tell people, oh, did you see the sticker? Oh, do you know what the effects are? Do you know what, when you guys ask me the sound effects every time, that speaks volume, because if you've gone live and you don't know where the sound effects are, then that tells me you haven't been pressing buttons. Okay, so you got to know where these features are, because these are things you can use to elevate and enhance your live stream. So it's the wand. That's probably one of the first things you should click on, just out of curiosity alone. So click the wand. It looks like a little pencil, and it's all types of effects in here. There's a whole series of effects. So my first three lives, I was like playing with the effects. I was a gingerbread. I was a Santa Claus. I was all these different things because I was playing with the effects. How can you practice on computer? There's a practice mode. There is a practice mode, and on the computer, you actually don't have to go live to practice. Because you have to set up your preferences and stuff. So you could do all that before you even go live and kind of see what the effects and other things look like before you even hit the button. So the computer actually does offer a little bit more leeway. Again, the computer, you just have to have to be okay with the amount of data and capacity you need on your computer to stream effectively. So if you got multiple things running on your computer, it's going to compromise your stream. Also on your phone, you got to make sure you close things on your phone too. But the computer definitely takes up a lot of space. Oh yeah, I saw those. Yeah. Um, these are the tips I need. Thank you. Much I have not tried. I just try to learn a lot first. Yeah, that's it. Haven't tried this yet. Yeah. And there's a lot of you who do probably go live and you haven't pressed the buttons, but I want you in those first three lives. They're designed that way on purpose so that you can practice. Okay? You can get comfortable. Did you get 10K before 10? I did. Nika, you came in after. Um, I talked about that. I actually stopped the conversation and said, we're going to get 10K. And I made it a whole big, let's do it. Let's get to 10K before 10 minutes. And we got it before like 7 minutes. You said, that's nice. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I did it today. And I made it an intentional effort. Thank you for answering my questions. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. I didn't know that when I first started. You didn't know what the sound moderators. What do you're asking to have moderators or not to have moderators? I am in favor of moderators after your first 30 days. I'll put a timeline on it. If you don't have a live that requires you to have a moderator before that, okay? Are they needed? It's needed if you're doing something. If you're like me, don't do a moderator too soon. I don't agree with moderators too soon. I do not agree with moderators too soon. I want you to learn what's here. I want you to engage with your people. I want you to grow your community. I want you to get your fan club built up. Moderators take you away from being able to be as engaged, in my opinion. Because I want you to in the chat. I want you to be scrolling, seeing the messages. I want you to talk to the people. Thank you so much, Simply. I want you to do all this. I want you to get used to talking in a way that you're connecting with folks and being authentic. When you have a moderator, they're pinning comments, they're selecting people, they're doing all the things for you, as opposed to you being in the weeds. And I want you in the weeds, especially as you're growing, because that's the connection. People want to feel seen and heard. And if you're all in your, if you're letting your moderators do all the work, then you don't get that connection, and people may not necessarily come back if they feel invisible for too long. Thank you all for being here. I don't mean to make y'all feel invisible. I'm catching up with the chat. Hey, Vintage Bestie. Hey, thank you for that daily heart me. Rich, I see you said, oh, okay. Thank you for the great information. You're welcome, Diane. Thank you so much. Lady in a bubble. How are you, friend? How do you pin someone? You touch their words and the screen pops up and it says pin comment. So the comment that they put in, that's what you're touching. Thank you so much. You said walk and chew gum. I heard that, friend. Step by step, please. Step by step for what? What does that mean? Um, what did you mean by step by step? La la, life's after stroke. Um, so you just hit live after you sign up. Yeah, and go live. Is that what you mean? Yeah, you hit live. How to start? You hit the red go live button. Simple as that. That's it. And you just start talking. Just start talking. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I told you guys. So part A is that I want you to be in your chat. I want you to say welcome to the people who are here. She teaches twice a day. Oh, I do teach. Yeah, thank you so much, Nika. I'm touching Nika's words, and I'm gonna pin our comments so you guys know. I'll be back at 4 p.m. too. But so what I was saying though is that I touched the words. I mean, I'm sorry. I want you guys to talk to the people here and engage with your community. What's the short amount of time? Your first few lives. Well, you're gonna do those first 3 lives. You have to do a total of 30 minutes for those first 3 lives. You could break those up. You can do 10 minutes one day, 10 the second, 10 the third, and you got your 30 minutes. I don't think you should do that. I think you should get comfortable going longer. You need to go longer. In a perfect world, I tell people you should aspire to go live at least 90 minutes. That should be your aspiration. Okay, so you want to get to that point. So you may go live 30 minutes, then 45, then an hour, then 90, then 2 hours, then two and a half, but 90 minutes is like a sweet spot if you can get to that point. But you should try to get to 2 hours ultimately. Where do you read the rules? What do you read the rules? Before you go live, see, I'm procrastinating to do my first yesterday. I posted and it was so fun. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm old school now. I'm trying to learn. There we go. So the rule readers. There is community guidelines that you need to read. That is important. You should read those. There is also on the live home screen, when you go to the live center, scroll down, there's the Live Academy. There's some videos in there, some information for beginners and for advanced live hosts. So you can go in there and look at some of those videos. You should look at those videos so you get acclimated and familiar with some of the things you should be doing in your live to get engagement, which is some of the stuff I'm telling you to do. So look at those videos. Live Academy, that is under the Live Center. However, don't try to be perfect at this. Don't try to make sure you know all the rules, because you ain't gonna know all the rules. You're gonna say something or do something and it's like, oh, well, wait a minute, I didn't know I couldn't say or do that. Or you're gonna go to other lives, you're gonna hear people tell you different things that you should and shouldn't do too. Take some of that stuff in. Because when we're trying to be perfect, oftentimes we won't take action because we're now over analyzing, overthinking it, and that overanalysis becomes paralysis. We won't do, because we got to have all the rules. And there's a lot to learn here. It's a learning curve. It is a lot. And I don't want to make it sound like, oh, you need to know it all. You don't need to know it all. Some of that stuff won't even apply to you, depending on what your topic is. So again, just know there are things you shouldn't do. You shouldn't drive and try to go live. Okay, driving and going live don't mix. Okay, so that's something you shouldn't do. You should try to find a steady place, a stationary place that you can go live and stream. You want to be careful if you want to stream outdoors, because you can show logos and other images, other corporate brands, and TikTok's like, no, no, no. So those are the type of things you want to be aware of. Other than that, go live show what you're doing. Be careful about what you say. If you wouldn't say it in public, in any normal social setting, you probably shouldn't say it on your live. Okay, I'm just saying. There's those type of rules. Now, some people listen to that, some people don't, and some people learn the hard way, and some people get away with it. I don't know why. Doesn't matter what we wear as far as logos. I would be careful. You know what? LV seems to be a trigger one. I wouldn't wear LV or any of the major designer brands. I would try to avoid some of that stuff if I were you, because I feel like a couple of my people who have talked about brands and shown stuff, they've gotten in trouble, even with the content disclosure on. So I would try to avoid like designer brands and stuff. But for the most part, and as you can tell, I own a black T-shirt. I have a black T-shirt on for two reasons. First of all, it's comfortable. But second of all, the words. If you have on too many colors or lighter colors, your words on the chat gets, I can't see them. So I wear darker shirts because of that, so I can see the words better. So just a pro tip, if you guys are going to go live and you have on that white shirt, your white shirt is going to blend in with the white words on the screen. You're like, what did you say? So that is something I do. You said good to know. Uh-huh. So, um, so because of that, I don't wear a lot of logos. I think I wore like Under Armour or something like that on my shirt the other day, but I had my hair down and you couldn't see it all the time. So little things like that. I try to avoid logos though. I want to create a showcase. Was told shopping bag can be attached. Yeah, the shopping bag is in the live stream. Yep. When you get TikTok shop access. Yep. Never would have thought about that. Yeah, that's good advice. Didn't think about that. Yeah, learning so much. You're awesome. I appreciate that, friends. Okay, let me go back to what you guys should be doing. So when you go live for those first 3 lives, I want you guys to play around with some of the features. Okay, I want you to know where things are located. Here's another pro tip. Everywhere in this app, especially up here, so you guys see what I see. Look at you, Nika. Tiny. Thank you so much, the tiny track. Keep going. Where is he going? Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Never thought of that, and I've worn white sweater on a live. Exactly. Yeah, the words are hard to read because of the white word lettering. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. So you guys think I'm wearing a uniform. I wear my black sweater sometimes, and I might have a lighter shirt and the black sweater's covering up the words. How can I get the TikTok shop access, please? Okay, so Santi, is that it? Santi, I don't know how to say it. Let me say this real quick out loud. Your when you guys have your nicknames, and I'm gonna say what you did, friend. Your username and your nickname are the same. They're lowercase. The nickname is the name we see here. After you create your account and you create your username, first, when you first start your account, your nickname will often default to the same as your username, and you have to wait 7 days to fix it. Hey, Lviv, thank you so much. I'm going to say after your 7 days have passed, if it's passed already, go back and your name, the nickname, the name above, not the username with the @ symbol, in your profile, make your words separated. So if your name is San, S-A-N, and then there's a space, and then capital T, T-E-A, or T-A-K. See, I'm not sure. See, I don't even know what to say. So with that, separate it out. So you see how my name is, says doctor, and I got the period in there. I may need to take the period out, but Dr. Lisa, and there's a space, because that's what people see. So if you're somebody in a room and all your words, your thing is lowercase, Black Lotus! Thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, are you leveling up? What's happening here? You're trying to get to the 40s. She's like, I need to be a level 40. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. So make sure your words are separated so people can read your name. All right, that's what I'm saying. So that's a pro tip. And that's a live host tip, because you're going to become a live host. So you want your viewers to be able to fully see your name and read your name. Okay. I waited patiently for you. You said you wanted to message me, so maybe this is why I can get your attention. I appreciate your friend. I'm going to message you. I'm going to come see you, friend. I appreciate you. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have your name, the Flocking Flamingo. See, I can see that clearly. I love the vibes here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. You said explain levels. Oh, explain what I just said. So you guys, okay, now I have to explain two things. So you just asked me to explain levels. I appreciate it. So um awesome, awesome. So what just happened is that Black Lotus, you see the sticker here. She is a level 36 in the room. And when you are in someone's room, people who have the Lisa boxes, they are fan members, they're fan club members. So you become someone's fan club members. It's like if you think about who you're a fan of, you know, who you buy their, maybe it's a music artist, you buy their music, you go to their concerts, you're engaging with them, you follow them on social media, you see what they're chatting about and stuff, and you make comment and stuff. That's what's happening here. You guys are becoming fan club members. And so you become a level fan club member. It goes from level 1 to level 50. As you come, you're collecting points, and that makes you level up. You teach so well. Thank you so much. And as you are coming in someone's room and you're gifting, that's a big piece of it. She's sending those gifts and she's collecting points for that too. And that's making her more of a higher fan club member because of her engagement in my room. The comments, she likes the live, all that is part of how she's collecting points for her engagement. So again, I'm teaching you because you're going to say, well, why don't my people engage? You need to kind of explain some of these features, and then people over time will love what you're teaching, love what you're sharing, love what you're doing. Appreciate the chats. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I love your background. Oh, thank you. That's a light. I'll talk about that in a second too. I like what you said. I love what you're doing. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Rev. Thank you so much for the community fest as well. Good morning. Lotus is showing out today. I think she sees you now. So you need to buy points. You need to buy coins. You need to buy coins. So you're level 4. To get to that level 4, you bought some coins and you put it on your account. Was told you can buy points at TikTok. Hold on, TikTok address for less. TikTok website, you're right. So you can get a discount for coins. You're saying points, but you mean coins. So you can buy coins, get coins in your account at tiktok.com/symbol coin, COIN. It's a little, if you swipe over here, you'll see the little coin symbol too. It'll show up there. And then even in the gift box, if you see in the corner where there's a little, you said who won? Who won what? Who won for February? You talking about the February campaign? I think you won, friend. I ain't sure, but I'm pretty sure you won. Is that what you asking? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won, Lisa. She's so cute. She came in here talking about who won. You knew you won. You knew you won. Why you coming here and do that? He's like, who won? You said, Lisa. Kim said, you did. We have campaigns with the agency, and Lisa is leading our leaderboard quite a bit. So I don't know how to take you, Lisa. I don't know if you came in here bragging. I don't know what that was. I think she came in here bragging a little bit. I think that's what that was. Low key, you was bragging a little bit about who won. You said no, actually. Whatever, Lisa. She had like over 200 million points, and she's about who won. Congratulations, friend. Congratulations. Let's give you the trumpet. You said that was subtle, petty. She was subtle. He said I'm always late. Now I'm throwing a monkey wrench. If you saw the campaign for March, go look at your campaign section. March is a little steeper, and Miss Treetop on the leaderboard right now. I'm just saying, Miss Treetop gonna give you a run for your money. It's called the Live Madness, like March Madness, and we have brackets. And then there's also the campaign to get your rookie milestones. So there's two campaigns running at the same time. I didn't go live yesterday. Oh, so she's on the leaderboard. She's on the leaderboard. So Miss Treetop she gonna be giving you a run, I think, friend. We gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be fun to see. Can you explain campaigns? I can. These are TikTok campaigns. These are TikTok campaigns here. So if you swipe here, and if you're in an agency, we have official campaigns here too. So the agency campaign will show up. You said not participating this month. What in the world? Why not? So you'll see where you can see the campaigns here too. Okay. She's on the leaderboard for how long? That's the question. I know. Yeah. So you definitely want to sign up for the campaigns. The campaigns is another form of monetization for TikTok, for the agency, for so in terms of how you participate. Okay, so keep that in mind. Those are also based on your room and the engagement in your room. So those are things you want to do. All right. I tell people that not everybody does it. You fit it in the way you see fit. So it's always your live. Your live is your live. An agency is only there to kind of help you in terms of training, strategies, the type of things to kind of help you improve over time. But it's up to you to take advantage of it, but it's also up to you to do any of the other things here for your live stream. Okay, so back to the Daily Heart Me. The Daily Heart Me is really designed for you to see who are your highest fan club members. So thank you, Lisa. So when it comes to one first level, that's the Lisa box you see here, Lisas that are coming in, and then you can go all the way up to level 50. And those are fan club members. And so you're claiming points. If you did the Daily Heart Me already, click it and you'll see all the different things you should be doing or can be doing to support the live stream. Whether that is claiming points for your Daily Heart Me, putting a comment in. If you're somebody who came in and grabbed your Daily Heart Me but didn't put a comment yet, you're missing points. There's 30 points for putting a comment in. It tells you to send populars. You can get 25 points for sending the populars. It'll tell you to set the live calendar. You can get points for that. So, live notification rather. So those are things that you can do. You said again, I wasn't aware I was in the March campaign. I'm number 3. You're gonna go up the leaderboard. I'm sure you will, Fred. So you get automatically enrolled in the agency campaigns. Oh my, so much to learn. It is, however, what I teach is that you should want to try to learn how to do it from a viewer perspective and then ultimately from a live host perspective. But you don't really learn it until you do it. I'm going to tell you that now, okay? Everything I tell you, you're going to remember some of the things I say, but not until you actually are participating. Hey, friend, not until you're actually going live is when you really get a sense of it. All right. So I don't want you guys to miss the big picture, because if you're trying to take it all in and learn it all, it's not going to sink in until you start it. Okay. See you at the end of the month. All right, friend. Get you. All right. How do we get in your agency? Okay. So I learned that I'm a 1 in your room. Are you a number 1? You're just starting your journey, friend. We're gonna get you there. No, you're level 7 now. Yeah, you done moved up. You're level 7 in here now in my fan club. Yeah. If you click the box here in the corner, send me a DM and send me a message and say that you're interested in the agency. All right. And I'm gonna pin in here. This might be the one that you can click to. Say you're interested in the agency. I'm going to talk about the agency, but at least send me that so I can send you the agency page and send you the other information. Oh, you said you definitely had to dive in because the information was getting overwhelming in my head. It is, yeah. It doesn't make sense until you actually do it. Yeah. You talk about background music violations. I see more people playing popular songs. You can play music. You absolutely can play music. Yeah. Turn on your content disclosure and stuff, but yeah, you can play music. So they actually have a DJ Live Academy that they're doing right now. They're trying to make sure people understand how to engage their audience, how to build their community as a DJ. So I would like to know about agency. Is agency only for TikTok or IG also? It's only for TikTok and it's only for live hosts. So if you're not going live, let me say this. Anybody who just messaged me, if you have not started your live journey, you cannot join the agency because TikTok won't approve you. So you have to be going live and you have to plan to continue to go live. All right. So that's the whole thing. You got to be a live host. You're going live and you're going to stay live. Okay? You're just not doing it to join the agency because I can't keep you. I'm going to say this out loud. I actually had, before March 1 hit, because they just changed some rules in terms of people who are active in your agency. And so I just had to let go people who joined my agency December, January, and February and had not gone live. I had to remove them because because they're new within the first 90 days of of being in my agency. They were actually going to hurt my numbers because they hadn't gone live. They hadn't been going live. So I actually had to remove people last night. So I say that out loud. I know some people in my agency are here, but I literally have to stay accountable to that now. So now I have to pay attention to who I'm bringing in and who are going to help with making sure that they're going to go live. And if they're on the roster and they're not going live, then I can't keep you on my roster. So I say that you got to go live. All right. So that's the main point of this. And just make sure you're planning to go live. We'll probably have some live requirements in the future because the rules have changed a little bit. TikTok rules, that is. Are there rules against directly asking viewers to send gifts? Yeah, there are. Yes, you can't do that. You have to be very careful about that. Your gifting will get suspended while you're in your live. You can get a violation for it as well. So yeah, there are rules against you directly asking. You can have what's called viewer wishes up. You can help people understand what type of goals you have. You can, I absolutely give awareness. Like my gift gallery's over here. My live goes up there. The gift box is there. You can point stuff out and share. Like, hey, if you want to support the live, there are many ways you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So just be tactful and careful about how you say things, but you can't do things where you're only going to do something if you gift me or something like that. You can't. You got to be careful about how you do things. You said, all right, I'm going live for the first time tonight. Look at you out there. Okay, so I just want to make sure I caught up. The why I'm waiting because I haven't been consistent. Yeah. So yeah, you want to be consistent. If you want to see growth happen, it shows with consistency. If I was to do a panel right now of all the creators in my agency, the ones that are doing really well, the common denominator is that they're consistent. They're showing up. They're talking to their audience. They're engaging. People want to hear them, want to engage back. It's the consistency. That's going to matter. Okay? It's absolute consistency. So just be mindful of that. In the beginning, it's painful because you don't want to sit there and talk to yourself forever by yourself. It is unnerving. It's uncomfortable. All the things, and for me, it was kind of a competition. I see it as, okay, you know what? You're not gonna break me, TikTok. TikTok, you won't break me. I'm not giving up. In that way, you almost have to be that type of person who's able to talk to the one person in a room or the many. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be prepared for the times when there's only one person or no person or just a few people in the room. And those few people are people that you're connecting and engaging with, and they want to hear your message. And so just think of it from that perspective. If you try to have the mindset, well, if I don't have more than 10 people, I'm gone, then no, you're not going to grow. You're not going to see the growth happen. And then there's things you need to do from a tactical perspective to make sure you're ensuring growth. I told you about engaging with your viewers, learning the features that are here, making sure when I said the 10K by 10 minutes, having that early engagement happening, that matters. People commenting and asking questions, all of that matters. Thank you so much. You said, can I join? Janice, thank you so much. Join the agency. Okay, let me do this because I had some things I was going to cover. Let me talk about agency. I'm going to talk about agency at noon. Okay, I'm East Coast, so it's 11:48. So give me to noon. I wanted to talk about the question for fan club because we talked about that. I also wanted to talk to my people who did not have engagement boxes. So I was going to talk about that as well. I was going to point out something else that I want you all to pay attention to as you prepare to go live as a new person. All right. So let me talk about that. let me talk about the things that you want to pay attention to as a new person real quick. If you click the number of people in the room right now, these top two boxes here are top viewer boxes. And as you can tell, Kim Love Jones and Black Lotus are showing up as number one, number two. If you click the number, everything in this room is clickable. Hear me clearly. If you are in my room, except for my banner and maybe my sticker here, everything you guys can touch should show something. Okay? Is that not true? Let me know if I'm not accurate on that. But literally, when you touch around things, something happens. People don't touch stuff. Okay? So as new live hosts, and you're doing those first 3 lives, you need to be touching things. Okay? Click around. All right? That's what I'm gonna tell you first and foremost. So that's a pro tip. Click the number of people in the room. The other thing you'll see in the top right corner is a question mark. There's question marks probably all throughout here. And so I want you to read the question mark. So when you're in those first 3 lives, you should be clicking. If people are not coming to your room, because you're not going to get a lot of people coming to your room, especially in the beginning, depending on what you're doing and talking about. But I want you to say hi to them, connect with them, let them know, hey, this is my first live. I'm learning. I'm playing around with some of the features here. I just clicked the question mark. Hey, it tells me who are the top viewers, how to become a top viewer. Okay? Thank you so much, Moonflower. Appreciate you, friend. And if you do a battle, they will go disappear, half of them. Yeah, that's true. but there's ways to even do those and just be a little bit more coordinated with that. Like you schedule it out, you let people know that you're doing it, all the other stuff. So yeah, there's some things you can do to prepare your audience for it, your viewers for it. But yeah, a lot of people don't stay because they're like, oh, I'm uncomfortable with participating. But that's okay. Thank you for the shares. I see you, friend. Appreciate you. And so click around. I want you guys to be intentional about that. See who's in your room. Actually, that's a pro tip too, because if you click to see who's in your room, say hi to people, shout them out, click their photos, say hi, you're new, thank you for being here, all the things. And again, I always say, if you're new, make sure you are making yourself known. Okay. Someone mentioned doing a knit battle and to see how many rows you can do while battling. Ooh, I like. Missy, thank you for that. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the balloons, the TikTok balloons. I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for the TikTok balloons. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. So yeah, so click around. I want you guys to be intentional about seeing what's here. If you click there, you can click your gift, your daily heart me. That's another space where there's things there for you to click around and see what's going on with the heart me. Question mark is in there. If you click your photo, click there. Your profile pops up. In your profile is your gift gallery. Click in there so you know what a gift gallery is. You should know what that is because that's where people, your viewers, become title gifters. And as they become title gifters, they're supporting your live stream. And those people are there for a whole week, depending on what gift they become the title gifter for. So again, you want to pay attention to that. You can click your own level. You need to know what your blue box represents. I'm going to talk about the blue box because there's people in my room who don't have blue boxes. You said I'm new, so you're training people on how to go live. What is the agency you're referring to? My agency, Launch Your Income Agency. Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. So Launch Your Income Agency, we call it the LYIA. So we use the initials for it, but yeah, that's what it is. Hey, new here. Welcome to the room, Leah. Leebug, appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Is it RG? Is that it? Aggie? Aggie? That's it, Aggie. Thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate you coming in. Level 31. Oh wow. Oh wow. I had never seen it. Oh my gosh. Miss Beacon, thank you for that first gift too. Oh wow. I've never seen that. You said go Lotus. Like Lotus is showing out today. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Paula. Let's go. Y'all are, look at this. Level up spectacular. Look at there. That was awesome. Oh, wow. I had never seen that in the music and all. It was music with that. That was amazing. Wow. Let me see. What level? Um, 36. Wow. Wait a minute. And then no, that was a level 31. Too. You leveled up in both boxes. Wow. Okay, so she leveled up in both spaces today. Oh my gosh, Black Lotus, that was amazing. Wow. Good morning. I'm doing well, Donna. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. What what was I gonna say? So Black Lotus. So thank you, friend. Thank you. Congratulations. I appreciate you, friend. Um, so the blue box, let me just talk about that. You about to go live. Moonflower. Moonflower's a knitter, so you definitely, if you're interested in learning how to knit, she teaches beginner knitting classes too, lessons too. So it's a great live stream. She has a lot of people that come through her room too. You're welcome, Lisa. You are welcome. Tell Cam I said hi. I appreciate you, friend. I appreciate you. Cammy's my son. He's 5. I appreciate you, friend. I think that's very cool. I'm gonna have to catch that out. I love to learn how to knit. Yes, yes. Connect with Moonflower. Definitely connect with her. Um, so what was I about to say? The blue box, real quick, for my newbies, because we got a lot of new folks in the room, and I don't want you guys to miss out, and I don't want people to mistreat you. Okay. And when I say that, let me be very clear about this. I love to learn myself. There we go. Yes, definitely. Moonflower, put your time. If you're still here, put your time zone in the chat, not pin it, so people can catch you real quick. Um, Here's the thing: people see. We see what's happening in our room. TikTok is really messy. Okay, let me just say this: it's messy. It tells your business. All right, your business is told. We know what's going on. We see what's happening. The boxes are very very evident. We know who has. Thank you so much. We know who has the daily heart me. We know who has a blue box. We know your level blue box. You just saw me say that Black Lotus is a level 31 now. We see it. It's clear. It's black and white. All right. Actually, it's red and blue. Okay. So we see it very clearly. So I tell you that when you don't have them, and you come in, you don't have a person's daily heartbeat, you don't have someone's blue box, people notice. All right. Thank you so much. The viewers know it, the audience, they know it, and the live hosts notice. All right. And when I say people mistreat you, people often say, well, hey, you came in my house. Think about it in this way. If you come to someone's house, you come in and you say hello. You might bring a housewarming gift for the first time being there. And you came into someone's house and you didn't say hello. You didn't do anything engagement. There's free engagement. You don't have to do the coins, but the coins is the blue box and orange box. So you do have to have coins for that, but you want to make sure you're an engager. So you're either liking a live, you're sharing a live out, you're doing things where people see that engagement happening from you. My bad. Hello, Tammy. Hello, friend. But hey, Hallie 1 year. You shared, awesome, awesome. And we can see that you shared. I see that you're Lisa. I see you, Lisa. So Janice, you good. You're like, I'm Lisa too. Because there's a way I can see that you share 53 times too on top of that, friend. I can see the number. Okay? We can see all this. TikTok is very transparent. All right? As I click around, I can see who is engaged and who has not. Now, I tell you, I don't want people to mistreat you because you go to other rooms and they will say something or they will ignore you. So we don't want that. But we do want you to understand as you become a live host, now you sit in this seat. And now you are seeing what's happening. Now you realize, oh, people aren't engaging in my live. People are coming to my live that don't have any of the badges. And now you're like, oh, well, wait a minute. Because first of all, you weren't necessarily a high engager. You weren't engaging in that way. And now you're not even able to teach it or help people understand the importance of their engagement. And then you try to go live and you continue to go live and you're like, you know what, I'm not going live no more. And you quit because it all started with you and how you approach the situation. So I'm going to tell you, you want to spend some time figuring out, okay, how am I going to approach this? Because this is an engagement act. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all with the populars and communities. So I'm going to talk about the blue box real quick because I don't, you could decide how you want to approach it. I teach it so you can see for yourself what level you're at, when you want to level up, how you want to level up, what your pace is. You don't have to break the bank. It doesn't have to be something where you're like, oh my gosh, this is exhausting. It doesn't have to be that way. You essentially manage how you want to operate, but you got to have some of those badges. Okay. Disabled, how you doing, friend? I see you disabled, but able. Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Um, but you manage that pace, you manage how it looks, okay? Do you teach classes? Um, I do one-on-one consultations. I do that, and I do coaching packages depending on if you're trying to start your digital marketing business and you want to kind of move things in a way that you can share your product or service in your live stream. I help you do that as well. I do content. I don't teach classes per se. I used to teach classes, and my prior career was higher ed. It's funny, I'm trying to do a video course and I have not finished it yet for Service Plus. So I will be having something I'm teaching soon, but I do one-on-ones as of now. That's sweet though. I appreciate you said, do you teach classes? um, they keep being amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you. I didn't know any of this. Yes, yes. You got to engage. Thank you so much. And people who did Miss Bracken, you did a first time gift. I appreciate that. I'm introverted. This app exhausted me. It is a lot, and I'm introverted. I know y'all gonna say I'm not. I am introverted, y'all. Okay. I'm introverted. I am an introvert. I'm like y'all. I'm shy. I'm all the things. Okay. What has happened is that I'm used to doing this now, and I kind of have my own little way and flow and rhythm, and I do it in my own way, and so this to me is a comfortable thing to do because guess what? I'm looking at myself, even though all of y'all are out there. I see the person I love the most, more than my kids and my husband. The person I love the most is looking back at me, and I'm able to talk to her, and I'm able to say things out loud. I'm able to read your comments and connect back with all of you. I see you all as real people, and so you're seeing an authentic person. And in this way, it feels comfortable. So for that, I like the live experience. You said yes. So I like the live experience because I could do me in this way. And then, and I'll meet with you guys individually. I'll meet you with you as groups and stuff. You said you were intentional. Yes. Well, I understand it's a bit more now, so I'm engaged, but very, very informative. You're welcome, friend. Hello, how you doing, Lisa? I see you, friend. Hello. How are you as well? Um, so I just want to make sure. Let me talk about Blue Box real quick. Do me a favor. I want to show you something, and this is for everybody. Even if you don't have a Blue Box, I want to show you this so you guys can see it for yourself, especially my newbies. I want to be able to sell my items. Do I have to sign up as a seller? Yes, you probably should sign up and have a seller page so you can sell your products as a seller. Depends on what you're doing. If you have physical products, I probably would do it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do some creative workaround to get to talk to people about your physical products. But you could do it. Um, you said I went live for the first time yesterday. It was so scary. Yeah, I tell you guys, the first time you're playing with the features and the effects, don't overthink it. The first 3 lives, don't overthink it. Thank you, Black Lotus. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Do me a favor. How do you know if you have a blue box? I'm about to show you. You do Genotype Inc. You have level 6. But here's what I'm gonna show you real quick. Do me a favor. What's a blue box? You typed in the word blue box. So let's stay with that, Miss Red. Everybody else, put the word blue box in the chat. Miss Red, I want you to click your photo. When you put blue box in the chat, you said I fell off the porch. Mrs. Cheetah, how you doing, friend? Put blue box in the chat, and then I want you to click your photo. TikTok is counting all my blue boxes. That's the first time I've seen that in a while. TikTok said the most words sent was blue box. Oh my gosh, that was funny. So once you click your photo, hey Ocean Summer, click your mini profile's gonna pop up. Then I want you to click your level. your level 1, your level 16, that LV, you should see it when your mini profile pops up. Click your LV, LV 27, LV 16, LV 23, LV 0. It's okay if it says 0. A blue screen pops up. The blue screen pops up. That's where that's where your blue box is. Okay? That's how you're leveling up. You remember I just told you Black Lotus. Thank you so much for this community stickers. I just told you Black Lotus went to 31 today in the room. So when you click that level, it's showing you what level of engager you are. Okay? Remember I told you there's a question mark in the corner. You don't want to, you're going to hear my little summary of it, but go and read it for yourself so you can understand the blue box. The blue box kind of rules how you interact in every single live. It follows you from every live. The Lisa box is just for my live. You go to somebody else's live, you're gonna get whatever their name is, whatever their box is, their fan club. But the blue box is your badge for all the lives you go to. And as you engage on this app, you're collecting points based on your gifting. Thank you so much. And you're slowly leveling up. You make a decision on how fast or slow you do that, but you make that decision. Okay? You want to have a blue box and you want to make a decision to slowly have something you're doing so people know you're an engager. When you don't have a box, people just make assumptions about you. Okay? So you do want to have a box and you decide how fast you move. It goes from level 1 to level 50. So the points there that you're seeing in your blue box, the first set of numbers is the points you've collected already. Okay, do the gifts cost money? The gifts cost money. They cost coins. You gotta have coins on your account. For the blue box, you gotta have coins on your account. They're usually the community gift and the populars that you see here now are 1 penny. They're coins, but it's a penny. These are penny the penny coins, penny gift what's that say? 1 coin gifts. That's what I'm trying to say. And so just know that's how it starts, and then depending on the other coin amounts for gifts, they're just added up. Hello, Miss Brackett. You did your first rose. Thank you so much, friend. So what you're gonna do is that first set of numbers are how many points you've collected. And then there's a forward slash symbol, and it tells you the total amount of points. Look at you reaching level 13 in a row. Awesome. Oh, you sent your first gift too, Jerry. Jerry and Sherry, awesome friend Sheila, Jerry and Sheila. Um, I will say this, Jerry, since you're in my room, my husband is a Jerry. I got a Jerry too. So welcome to the room. um, so yeah, so the next set of numbers is your total amount of points you get for the next level up. Okay. So yeah, we're doing good today. Look at y'all. And I ain't even got my backup on right now. I need to turn my backup on. You were teaching me a lot. Emma, thank you so much. Oh, that's cute. So points you collected. Second set is the total amount you need for the next level. Underneath that, you'll see a scrolling message that says how to level up, the points you need to level up. Pay attention to that. That's what you're paying attention to in that blue box area, the blue screen. Pay attention to that scrolling message. And here's what I will tell you. When you come into someone's live, click your photo, put a comment in, say hello, how you doing, and then click your photo. And then click your blue box. Click your level. So you can see that blue screen and see what you need to do. I don't want you to feel like you got to break your bank. I don't think you should have to. But I want you to be a conscious engager. Okay? I want you to be someone who is engaging, and you decide what that looks like. You may say, oh, I need so many points. So I'm going to do some points here. I might go to a couple other lives, and before the day is out, I'll level up. Or you might say, hey, you know what? I'm almost there. Let me level up here. Whatever the case may be is you pay attention to that and you make a decision. All right? Thank you so much, Miss K Latte. Appreciate you. Jamie Hill, thank you so much as well. Tracy, appreciate you as well, and Jamie. So just know that's how you take control of the situation. You decide what that looks like for yourself. Again, this is an engagement app. Your engagement could be your likes, your shares, your comments. But as you become a live host and you are now in the seat, then you're gonna understand, and this is gonna become one of those things. You know, have you ever seen in the movies where all the little sparkly things come on the screen and they're now seeing things in this new way? You're gonna see it in a new way. Because now you're seeing like, wait a minute. Everybody who come in my room, they ain't got no boxes. You gonna say, dog, they ain't got no badges. Nobody's engagers. I was like, hey, you're gonna have to teach your people how to engage. You can't age verify your backup page. What does that mean? Why can't I? Oh, you said, why can't I age verify my backup page? I don't know. You might have to send in a help desk ticket. You should be able to do that. You should be able to do that, friend. Can I have a live host with only 5K followers? Yeah. You can be a live host now. Hey Deb, you did your first daily heart. You said I'm gonna do it on both accounts. I see you, friend. I appreciate that. Why did Newton? Thank you so much for being here. Why would you say that, Gino? Yeah, you have live access. You got live access. Probably at 50 followers. Thank you so much, Mrs. Treetop. I appreciate you. Yeah, you probably got it at 50 followers. You've been had live access. Yeah, I'm looking at you like, what happened? we need you to be able to go live, friend. You got enough followers to go live. Were you thinking about TikTok Shop? That's the 5,000 rule for TikTok Shop to get unlimited access for TikTok Shop, but that's not live. This is, this is the live size, so you should be fine. You should be fine, friend. Um, what is the light you have changing colors? Okay, so I keep getting asked about the light. Let me put this in my shopping cart. It is this sunset lamp. I'm gonna put it in my shopping cart. I'll pin it since I've gotten a couple questions about it, and then I'll pin my tapper as well, and then my overhead light. So I have those three things pinned. You guys can grab it. So this is the lamp. I'm gonna show it to you guys in real time. So it's called the sunset lamp. It's backwards, but let me pin it, and let me unpin. Hold on one second. Let me. Oh, I won't be able to get to it. I was gonna unpin. I won't worry about it. Okay. When people come in, they probably are seeing my Service Plus and not seeing the shopping cart. But the people who are in here now, you should see the shopping cart. So let me know if you don't see the shopping cart. This is what it is. It's right here. Okay. And it's pointing towards my light there. And then you guys see the little remote, and it changes colors. I'll change it to flashing. It does that for flashing. And then you can change it to a smooth out fade. It does a slower fade. You'll see that. And then you'll see the strobe. Strobe looks kind of like flashing, but it's like a slower strobe flash to me. It's like a little slightly slower version of it. Kind of the same. I don't know if they necessarily did things totally different. And then the fade and smooth are also slower as well. So this is the fade. So yeah, so I do the fade. That's what you guys see, the fading color. And I just got this in February. So before this, I didn't have a light back here. And everybody keeps saying, oh, the lights looks good and all this other stuff. So just know you can always change. You can always upgrade and enhance. You don't have to feel like you gotta stay one place or one look. You can always make adjustments. I've been doing this for over a year now. So for me, all of 2025, I had one look. And now in 2026, I got the light, and so who knows what 2027 gonna look like. But yeah, this is the sunset lamp. And then what I do is that I have a clip-on light above it. So you guys see this light behind me, and then there's actually a light that's shining in front. I'm gonna cut it off so you guys can see the difference. So that's the light that's been shining in front of me. Hey, Bummy, thank you so much for being here. So, so I use this, and the clip-on light is making that front light. And let me show the clip-on light. So it's all in a shopping cart. So I'm going to unpin. Let me unpin the one. Thank you so much, everybody. And then you guys can go in a shopping cart. And then I'm going to pin the clip-on light, so you guys can see that. And all it is just this clip-on light here. Okay. And so it's clipped to my tablet, because my tablet is streaming on YouTube right now. So I'm streaming in 2 different places, and it's clipped there. And then it has the different options for changing the color brightness. That's the bright one. This is the bright light. This is the soft light. And then this is the mixture. And I always keep it on the mixture of the two. And then you can turn the intensity up. So I don't have it all at its highest intensity because I don't want it to wash me out. So I turn it to like mid-level and I can turn it down. So it's not too bright in my face. Like, see, that's too bright. See? So that's a little bit better. Okay, and that's it. I might turn it up a little bit. That looks a little, there we go. And that's what I use. That's it. So those two lights, and then as you can tell, the clip-on light, I think, is that on sale? You gotta pay attention to the sales too. Let me get to my page so I can see. And so you'll see. And what I will tell you guys, somebody asked this shop question earlier about having a second page. So having a second page, if you're brand new coming to my room, you're probably seeing a Service Plus, but having the second page allows for, thank you so much, friends, I appreciate the gifts, allows for, if I'm going to sell products, I can sell them in my live, and that's fine. And as you can tell, I'm selling products that are associated with my live. But if I want to sell some different products, my little health and wellness products, some beauty products, some other things that are not necessarily related to my live, I have them on the shop page. And so the shop will, as you post content, your content is really focused on TikTok shop. And if you're trying to talk about something else, like going live and all this other stuff, those videos don't tend to have as much popularity. You know, they won't get as many views, you know. So your shop videos do a little bit more, have more engagement and views because people are shopping for products. And so I tend, the recommendation is always like, you don't want to confuse the algorithm. So if you know you want to be heavily on shoppable videos and posting and stuff, create a separate account. Okay, especially if the topics are different. So that's the recommendation, have a separate account. So that's the click on light. Let me unpin that because I'm talking about something else. So you always want to talk about what you're showing. So the last thing is the clicker here. And this is the last product. And somebody asked about earlier the tapper. So let me pin this. That's what this is. So this allows you to tap in a live stream when you want to tap here. You have the tapping, and you see there, you can tap. And so the hearts are there. That shows how many taps. That line is crawling across. If you stop tapping, you see the hearts got fatter with the dots percolating out of it. If you stop the tapping, confetti falls on the screen. And it shows how many likes you sent. I just sent 209 likes just that quickly. So people will get the tapper as a way to have ways to like the live and engage. You do kind of want to have this. This is kind of a cheat code. You want to kind of have a tapper, second account, second device, come into your live stream supporting your like engagement, because that's going to help with visibility. Okay, so it's not a bad idea to have this on your hand as a way to get engagement. Okay, so this is something, as a live host, you want to do it. And then when you go to other lives, because like I said, you're not just going live yourself, you're visiting other people. You want to like their live, you want to do all the things to support their live. Okay, so that is the clicker. All right, so those products are there. Let me know if there's any questions. What number should I put it on? Say that again. Try not to do, I had that on 9. 9, I'll be honest with you, I think 9 has been kind of my little best number, especially when I start my live. So you heard me say that. This is for my people in the agency. I've been putting mine on 9. That's what I've been doing. And it's been working for me, especially when it comes to other people coming in, that 10 by 10, 10K by 10 minutes, people coming in my live and engaging and stuff. So other people are liking, I'm liking. It's not messing with my algorithm, so it's showing up. So 9, but don't go over that. Most times they tell you 6, 5, 6. They tell you to go lower. But like I said, 9 has been working for me. So you said, so I can use my clicker, my live on a second. Why'd you say launch your income agency phone? Why'd you say that? on a second phone. You were tapping my agency account. I think that's what just happened. Yeah, you could use it on a second phone. Like this is my second phone. This was my original phone when I started going live. So this phone I use now for that, and I have a second account, which is the agency account. I also have the shop account. So I have those three that I work for. And so yeah, so hey, voice guru. This is Carol West. She is the voice guru. If you guys are interested in voice acting, she teaches voice acting. She talks about that in her live. I am a super fan, so I'm trying to do voice acting as well. So we got some great people on this live. Nika, I see the tap tap tap. She's our makeup artist. She helps with women do different makeup looks over the age of 40, so you can kind of figure out all your makeup tips and tricks and things you can do. She is awesome as well. You said I'm an actor. Look at there, lady in a bubble. Look at you. Yes, definitely connect with Carol. She's awesome too. She goes live. Carol, you going live? How you feeling, friend? Let me know how you feeling. You said 30 years. Nice, nice. You said I'm learning so much. I did not have any idea lives involved all this. Yeah. You said right now you're about to go live? All right, you're about to go live. So definitely connect with her. Who else? Let's put this in the chat. Who else is going live? When are you going live today, friends? If you are going live and doing TikTok live today, put it in the chat for us. Um, you said parking lot ministry is back. So wait a minute, you gotta pick up baby girl. Baby girl must be doing something. She's like, I'm gonna be in a parking lot. That means she's gonna be in her car, y'all. She's gonna be in her car and she's gonna be dropping some gems right in her car. She ain't driving though. Remember I told you she can't be driving, so she's not driving, but she is in her car. um, so yeah, so sorry I missed 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, Leebug, let's see what you wrote, friend. I want to do it, but I always get dizzy the last time I try it. What you mean? Live. Okay. Going live. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern. Nika Grace, you going live at 1. Okay. Nika's going live. And anybody else? You said, and Lady Leebug, you said you're going live at 6 p.m. Eastern. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, you always gotta put your time zone. Always want to put your time zone. That is so important. So people know who you are and obviously what time zone you're in. Um, are we having our meeting tonight? We are having our meeting. Yep, yep. So yeah, so agency. I gotta talk about the agency before I get off. Did I say I was gonna talk about the agency about noon? Oh Lord. Y'all probably like this lady is all over the place. Um agency, because I am about to get off because I've been on live 2 hours. So let me talk about the agency. Thank you so much. I'm going live tonight for the second time. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much, Marie. Marie, I appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. How do I collect my points? How do I collect my points? Let me see something, Jerry. Why did that? Um, thank you so much, Jerry. What you mean by collect your points? Let me make sure. Um, if you have a Lisa box, when you click the Daily Heart Me, you're claiming points. When you send a gift and you have the blue box, you're not collecting any points. You're collecting points in your blue box, but you're not redeeming the points. And if you mean by like redeem, like maybe you get points and you can use them for TikTok shop, that's not how it works. You're collecting. TikTok is tracking your engagement, and essentially they give you a level, and those levels let us see how you are engaging. Have to go early today. Is not sure if I'll be able to come back later. We have a gig. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you're not necessarily collecting points. I just want to say that. Does that make sense? You're claiming points here, and those points go towards how you're advancing as a fan club. You don't get points that you can redeem anywhere. Does that make sense? So you're not redeeming points. So I just want to make sure I said that. Um, so Okay, so agency. So those who have clicked the agency stuff, you guys are, um, I'll send messages later for anybody who's interested. So with my agency, we are an agency of supporters. We focus on making sure that you are having a data driven approach to your live streams. I want you to look at your analytics. I teach you about that. I also meet with you and do one-on-ones to do a performance review. We talk about your data and some things that we're seeing, you and I are seeing in terms of what's happening in your live stream. You nigga guys. is that your is that your way of saying I gotta go? You gotta go. You track it out of here. Thank you, friend. Um, let's see, my friend, you said, can I join the agency? Okay, so here's the only caveat. TikTok has rules about who can join and how you are eligible. So cute, it is cute. First of all, you have to be going live. That's first and foremost. So if you are not going live and if you are not planning to continue to go live, don't join an agency. You don't need an agency. Okay, if you're not committed to this process of showing up and connecting with your audience, you do not need an agency. Don't even worry about it. Okay, so I say that to people because I know if you haven't started going live, I can't even accept you. That's the first thing. So you got to go live, do those first 3 lives, and then come up with a plan to continue to go live. You said, I'm going to talk about those tiny dunnies in my live. I swear I manifest them. You did. He was like, I want the tiny diner to come back. So keep that in mind. I want you guys to be quite aware of that. So keep that in mind. You got to be going live, okay? Oh, she came over here. Jerry and Sheila came over. Thank you for coming over, friend. I see you. Thank you for that. She came over to my YT, my YouTube. So she's on Jerry and Sheila. She came over here too. So just really quickly, y'all. I always kind of show y'all everything. I know I go all over the place. I like this lady is all over the place. I'm on my tablet on the YT. So you can come over there, same name, same area. As you guys can see on the YT, I just recently monetized over there too. So I'm in the YouTube Partners program. So I do have products over there too. So I just turned off the products here. So I have products on the YouTube as well. The tapper, the lights, all that stuff. So okay. Hey friend. So keep that in mind. So yes. So make sure you are going live, okay? Um, I said earlier I had to remove some people who had joined. They joined and did not go live. So unfortunately, as of today, TikTok changed the rules for agency, and that activeness, that's the kind of metric that we're measured by, your creators going live and staying active, is part of how your agency is evaluated. And so my point of contact was like, hey, if they haven't gone live, you better remove them before March 1st. And so I spent last night removing 11 people. I had to remove 11 people. So just know I'm being a little bit more, scrutinizing a little bit more. Anyone we know well? No. 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 They don't even come here. Like, I ain't even seen them. I have not seen them. You said not me. No, no, not you. No, these are people who just started in December, January, and February in the last 90 days. You said I didn't think so. There's people who was like, oh, I'll join, click, I'll go live. And they didn't do anything. So I'm scrutinizing a little bit more because, okay, here's the reality of this. Most of the people in my room are beginners. And going live takes a while. It takes a little bit of, I don't know, stamina. I think that's the word I would use. You got to be able to be committed to just getting over the hard, challenging parts. You got to be willing to learn. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll do whatever I want to do. And it's like, okay, well, that's not necessarily the way to do it. And so that to me, you got to be willing to learn and be coached too and want to seek out the right way and information. So if you're just going to do it and show up, you're not coming to meetings, you're not coming here to learn, continuous learn. As y'all can tell, I don't ask anything of y'all. I tell y'all information. Y'all tell me, ask me questions, I'm answering it. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not talking to you if you don't do X, Y, and Z. I don't do that. So, you got to be willing to learn. and then take it back. Teachable. That's a good word. I like that. And at the end of the day, your live is your live. So as no agency, let me be very clear, no agency has the power to make you go viral. They don't have that. So just know at the end of the day, if you even if you got promoted, you gotta keep, the promoters where you put money on your agency, I mean on your live stream. Even if you did that, you gotta keep the people in your room. So it all starts with you and what you're sharing, what you're doing, and how you're engaging back. So keep that in mind. That you really do have to be willing to be teachable, to learn, to take the time, be patient. That's probably somebody asked me that earlier in the week. They was like, "What's the one thing you would tell yourself um, now that you've done this?" And I said, "Be patient. Be patient. You got to be patient. You got to be disciplined and patient. Those are the two things I would tell you. Discipline and patience for this. Meeting aren't required, you all, but they're excellent source of information. Yeah, I don't require anything as of now. I'm probably, like I said, I'm gonna have to in the future, in the near future. Oh, Janelle, look at you, Daily heard me. Look at that. Thank you, Dr. Liz. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm catching you this afternoon. I gotta run. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. You said, and keep your spirits up. Sometimes it's easy to get discouraged. That's true. That is so true. My goal this week is to find a set time that works best for me and my viewers. There we go. That's good. That's a good advice I give. Create a schedule where you can be consistent. So yeah, thank you for all the information. Would you please tell me when you are going to talk about TikTok Shop? I will talk about TikTok Shop at my 4 o'clock because I don't have time now. So that I have it on my page. I have it circled. And I did answer the question about having a second account. I did answer that. Did you hear my answer to that? Like the algorithm. So that question I did answer. You want to make sure that you have a separate account because the algorithm will take over, the shop algorithm will take over your page when you're doing shoppable videos. So if you have two different things you're talking about for your primary account and it doesn't align with the shopping products you're promoting, then I would say do a separate account. So that's what I would say. You said that's why LY is great. When you are feeling discouraged, there's always someone to motivate you. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a great community. Oh, thank you so much, Leebug. Appreciate you, friend. Do you have videos showing us how to navigate a live or can share some pointers? D, you know what I said earlier, how to navigate a live. Have you gone live before? April Love, how you doing, friend? Have you gone live before? Is that what you're saying? Like your first live or ongoing? So first live, first 3 lives, I don't want you to do much besides play around with the features, click around, click the question marks, learn, read, learn where things are. Yeah, well, oh, thank you so much. I did it once today, but I had no clue what I was doing. Don't do nothing. Don't plan for anything but clicking people's photos. If you click their photos, their page pops up. Read their bios out loud. Say hello to them, greet them, welcome them. Click the enhance. It's like a little wand, looks like a pencil. Click that in the corner. And when you click that, it'll show you the different effects, the sound effects. Play around with some of the things. I want you to do that for the first 3 lives. I don't want you to come up with your topic and talk about that. You can start talking about it a little bit, maybe the 3rd live, but I want you to focus on engagement and learning. That will be my recommendation. Okay, I will do that. Thank you. And I think that reduces the anxiety. I think that reduces you being unfamiliar with where things are located and what's there. You can't break anything. The only thing you could possibly do is end your live. Okay, nothing bad's gonna happen if you start clicking around. Okay, you should be fine. So click around, play with some of the features, um, share out your live. You know, do things like that. That's what I would tell you to do. Definitely does. Gives me an opportunity to figure it out and navigate. That's it. Those first 3 lives should be focused on that and welcoming people the way you would do, the way Anybody would do it alive. The things that you want. Look at you, your first gift. Look at you, friend. Thank you for that rose. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Create a bio. Does she need to create a bio? Do you probably need to create a bio too? Let me check, friend. Yes, mom 34. Okay. 34 mom of two. Yeah, definitely create a bio. Learn a lot. So create a bio that's going to be based on your topic. That's the keywords for your content you're producing on your page, your post, as well as for your live stream. So that way, people know what to expect because people will come in and click your bio as a live host and as a viewer. I just clicked it. So as if you're somebody in a room that doesn't have a strong bio, that's not connected or aligned to your topic, create a bio. Thank you for that heart puff, Jerry. I appreciate you, friend. So create a bio as well. All right. Agency, real quick. If you message me, okay, is this on my page or live? On your page, you're gonna go to your profile and click edit and add some words to that bio. Where you have the mom of two, I think it said. Um, do you have to pay to send gifts and heart means on live? Yes. Celeste, yes. So you have a blue box. So you've sent some gifts in the past. You've done it in the past because that's why you have that blue box. Because that blue box number 2 meant that you've done that type of engagement. So you have to have coins on your account. Yep. So you want to add some coins. If you click the gift box and in the corner, you can add coins there. It may say recharge or it may say add coins. If you click it, it actually does have a feature on the gift box on the screen where you can go to the website. It says try the website, and you would go to www.tiktok.com/coin, COIN. Um, I have, but haven't. You said I haven't even known if I'm being charged. Yeah, you've been charged. Whatever payment you use, you got charged. although, although, let me say this: you can exchange. So if you got coins from being a guest on someone's guest panel boxes, and you exchange those coins to show up on your account, you could do that. And you're right. You probably never spend any money. That is a cheat code. I mean, where people are on panels, and as a viewer, you get coins, and you can exchange those coins. I'm gonna have to check my bank account. Whatever you did, you either exchanged them or you charged them. You did something. How? You have to put coins on there. How would you know that? Say that again. You have to put coins on what, Nika? You talking about for the exchange? Let me know what you meant. You talking to me for or Celeste? How? What do you mean? How wouldn't you know that? How wouldn't she know she had to put coins on? Let me see. Oh, good to know. Hello, you might want to. Yeah, yeah, I would definitely. How would you not know you're being charged? Oh, how would she not know she was being charged? Yeah, because it is a transaction. So yeah, you would see it. It would tell you Apple Pay or you know your bank account, whatever you're using. You should see the transaction go through. The only way you can do it where you're not being charged is if you exchange. Exchange means that you earn some coins somehow, you earn some rewards, and you exchange your rewards for coins. That's the difference. So that's the way to do it. Um, Let me see. Agency. So did I say this? So let me pin this. If you want to connect with me, you are welcome to. I'm happy to connect with any of you who are here looking to laugh out loud. I never seen a charge on my bank, so maybe it was an exchange. Laugh out loud. Sorry, new to this. That's okay. No, no, no. Yeah. No, I appreciate the question. That's something people need to know. They need to know the exchange. So or that it is a charge. And again, I don't want you guys to break the bank, so I want you guys to be intentional about how you go about it. Beehive, thank you so much for that, Rose. Appreciate you, friend. Yeah, so be intentional about how you do it, how you go about it. I want you to know that you are able to exchange. And let me know if there's any final questions. So When it comes to the agency, I pinned the Service Plus for a second. So if you want to join the agency, you can click that. Send me a message to um, to say that you're interested in the agency. There's three ways to do it. So you can click Service Plus here and send me a message there. If you are someone who is interested in joining, you can also go to my agency page. So you can click here on the profile. My mini profile is going to pop up. If you click my photo again, it takes you to my main profile. In my main profile, on my bio, it says apply now, and I did a mention. So you guys will see it. I mentioned the agencies page. If you click that, you get to the agencies page. I know it's convoluted. There's a method to my madness because I didn't want a link in bio on this page. So I moved it to the agency page. So the agency page is here. I'm going to say hello, and you guys can follow this page. And the bio on this page has my stand store. The very first item in my stand store is the free agency. Okay, it's free because TikTok pays you through the rewards you earn from your live stream, and they also pay themselves, and then they pay the agency. Okay, they give a few percentages to the agency. So again, for TikTok, this is the business of TikTok. Okay, I tell you guys in a very transparent way. They want you to go live. They want you to engage your audience. They want you to win and earn money, and they want to win too. Okay. And then they give a few percentages to the agency to support you along the way, especially if you are a rookie live host. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Something you could use. Level 16 in the room. So as you're in your rookie status, you're growing. The goal is that you were supposed to grow. And there's no point in being with an agency if you have no intent to grow. Okay, if you're not trying to move up, if you're not trying to go live. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. Love that. Thank you for the support. So keep that in mind. I always tell people that because I think that is overlooked in the fact that you're trying to be here. TikTok wants you to be here, and then they want you to be here, and then they want you to be here. Okay, so that's the whole point of this. And on every step of the way, you're earning, you're building up even further, you're growing more, you're earning more. All the things is happening, but again, you got to show up. You got to pay your dues a little bit. You got to get through the uncomfortable phases of this, and then once you get through the uncomfortable phases, you're gonna be like, "Hey, doc, now I want people to do this in my room. I want them to engage more. I want them to chat more. I want them, you're going to say all those things. But the first step is now to go live and get comfortable. So really quickly, my agency, we have weekly meetings on Sunday at 6:30. We have a meeting tonight. I do one-on-ones with you to look at your performance and your analytics. I teach you about your analytics as well because I want this to be a data-driven approach. I also have a school platform where you can go there and get information I post, as well as collaborate with other creators. There's information that they will post as well. I do also, we have the TikTok group chats here where you can post your content in your live and get interest from people in the agency that attend as well. So I teach all that. I tell you how to make sure you are getting engagement. You got to share your live. You got to talk to your audience. You have to do the things. All right. Let me know if there's other questions. Gonna finish charging my phone for my live. Much love, everyone. See you later. I'll see you. I'm gonna try to come early to your live too, Nika, so we can help tap you up. All right. Okay. Okay. TikTok gave the agency a percentage of the earnings, the gifts we get. No. Let me say that differerly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Creepy. You're so funny. Thank you, man. I was like, let me drink my drink. You're so sweet. Appreciate you, friend. um, the most you can earn for a live stream is 40% each live. TikTok takes the 60%. TikTok's percentage, they use a couple of those percentage to pay the agency. So that's how it works. So obviously you need to go live for TikTok to get their percentage so that they can use their percentage to pay the agency. Now, if you don't go live, TikTok don't get paid, you don't get paid, and the agency doesn't get paid. Which is why TikTok has changed the rules to say, I need you all to now ask your creators to go live, because if they're on your roster, then they should be going live. So why aren't you making your creators go live? Maybe have rules on how many days. I mean, I'm sorry, how many days in a month they go live and stuff. And so things are changing now because of the new rules. So I guess I want you guys to be aware of that. And if you're not trying to be in the space, because you show up, you earn, you engage. Hopefully, you're able to build from the people who are coming into your room and supporting you. Um, but yeah, you want to be able to go live. And if you're not going live, then yeah, you don't win. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. How you doing, RC? Thank you so much for being here. And so yeah, so if you don't plan on going live and you don't want the engagement and stuff, then I wouldn't say you wouldn't need an agency if you're not going to be on a regular cadence of going live. That's what I would say. So yeah, TikTok is TikTok. It's a lot, but I love it. I love what I do. This is what I do. This is my job for the most part. I take clients and I support in other ways, but and have other businesses. But at the end of the day, I love this. I love what I'm doing. So um, let me know if there's any last minute questions. I saw somebody fly in. I was about to get off. I appreciate you all coming through. Thank you so much. I'm trying to be in a place in the space. Is it against TikTok to go live on another platform simultaneously? Well, no, it's not. I mean, you can do it in live studio because you can have different camera sources people use, restream and other platforms. I actually, what I'm doing right now is I'm co-streaming because I'm on two different platforms at the same time, not through TikTok. I'm on my tablet for YT for YouTube, and I'm on my phone for TikTok. So I am streaming two platforms right now. What I do with YT is that it becomes a playlist and a recording, and I'm building up my YouTube channel. And what I've been able to do, it just happened last week, I've been able to monetize on YouTube now because I've been doing just this strategy of going live at the same time. So yeah, it's worked well for me. Thank you so, Mama. Thank you for that daily heart me. So yeah, I've been doing this for the last. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. I've been doing this strategy for. You said, way to go, Dr. Lisa. Thank you. I've been doing this since I guess I should say officially 11 months because I say April's my 1 year anniversary on the YT of going live, and so yeah, I'm in my 11th month of doing this. Yay! Okay, what are your live times again? Um, 10 a.m. This is my 10 o'clock live. I've been live for almost 3 hours, y'all. 2.5 hours. Um, and 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. I'm only gonna do. I'm gonna do probably a hard stop at 90 minutes because I also have the agency meeting. So the agency meeting makes me have to stop a little earlier. But I've been trying to go 2 hours. So we'll see. If I start on, it'll be 90 minutes. It will, just because I don't never start on time. What is YT? YouTube. You know that. Great big YouTube. No, we talked about YouTube. I'm going to work on changing my name and adding bio before your 4 p.m. Okay, okay, there we go, friend. Look at you. Hey, from NC, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome. You said I'm looking down. Yeah, my handle, same name, same handle, same name. Everything is the same across both of them. Do you have to be in the agency to attend the agency meeting? You do. Yes, you do. Because I can't coach or poach people who are not in my agency. So I'm very protective of my meetings because that's for my agency folks. Yeah. Yeah. It's your everyday schedule. I've been trying to catch you from the beginning. Really? Yeah, that's my everyday schedule. Do me a favor. If you click my photo, my mini profile is going to pop up. Click my photo again. It takes you to my main page. In the top corner of my main page is a bell. Click the bell to get notifications when I post content and when I go live. Okay? You can, if you do the daily heart me in here, it's just for the live, or if you click here and it has the bell that you can click in here, it's just for the live. But you want the content too, don't you? So you want to do both. I'm working on being able to join your agency. Okay. Have you gone live yet? Look at you, level 13. Love that. Thank you so much. You claimed your points. Appreciate you, friend. Um, I think they were asking what you mean on the YT was. What you mean about the YT? YouTube, same name. My channel's over there. I post content. Join YouTube partners. Got monetized. So what else? What did I say, friend? Let me know if I need to explain YouTube a little bit more. Um, oh, you need. Oh, that's right. You needed the followers. Look at you, friend. You're doing it. That's your everyday schedule. Yes, yes. That's my everyday schedule. Um, so you are moving and shaking, Janelle. I love that. I have problem of in seeing viewers on my live on TikTok. Can I use a second device on or TikTok live studio? Live studio. Um, so you can use live studio. It does allow you to see it. I just tell people that you just got to be conscious that your device needs to be able to stream um, with based on the type of device you got, and that there's enough memory and bandwidth to stream properly. So you close browsers, close open windows and stuff so that it can stream properly. Um, with that, you could use a second device to see better from your phone. You also can swipe from left to right. It shows the words a little bit bigger. If you don't want to see what you're showing on the screen, you could slide your screen over to see the words. Most people use a second device, like I have my second device here. And so when people share the live, sometimes you can't see any comments coming in. So when you're on a second device, I can look and see the comments because the shares are not taking over the screen. So that's a good way to do it as well. Um, what are the requirements to join your agency? Do you help with TikTok Shop? I don't. I'm not a TikTok Shop agency, so I always make that clear. I know enough to be dangerous because I have a shop, and so I know about shop and some of the things you need to do and not do, and all the different things in terms of how to create a shoppable video and obviously how to do a shoppable live. I've done that, but I'm not a shop agency. So people will ask me about shop in the room, and I'll talk about it. I'll use part of my live to talk about TikTok Shop, but again, I'm not a shop agency. When it comes to requirements, currently we have I have not instituted requirements for my creators. What I keep saying and kind of teasing is that I will be instituting requirements. Today is day one of TikTok's new rules for agencies, so I'm gonna see how they look and it plays out. With the thinking that next month I probably will move towards at least some minimal requirements for people in terms of how many days out of the month you go live. So we'll work through that, maybe days and hours, that combination. So that's gonna be the main one. When it comes to battling, I always encourage battling, but I don't require it. Um, so yeah, so that's up to people. I do think it's important that you do think about your monetization. That's a great way to build your community exposure. But not everybody's willing to do that. Okay. So let me know if there's other questions. Is there really a difference in going live in the app compared to the studio? Um, you meant on the phone. Okay, phone versus laptop. Those are the two ways to do it. Phone is TikTok app, and then TikTok live studio is the computer. Yeah, there is a difference. It is a difference. It just depends. It's kind of preference. It's based on your preference. I think there's something to be said that the stream does operate a little differently than the phone versus the laptop or computer. So the streams will be pushed out differently. And so you tend to get further pushed, in my opinion, from the phone. I think you have to kind of build into the laptop version of getting pushed out, that stream. But yeah, there's typically that difference. You said, do you battle? I do on occasion. I'm past due for battling. I'm probably gonna battle this month of March. I gotta figure out when. I have not battled in quite some time. I didn't do anything. I think the last time I battled was December. I haven't done anything in January, February. I should have battled in January because that was my anniversary and I didn't do it. Because I have people in the agency, I always kind of I want to be considerate of my folks who are battling, so I want to support them and stuff. And so I think I will battle sometime in March since it's been so long. I probably should do it in March as an anniversary. That's the first time I battled was last March. That'd be a good time to do it. I should do it soon. Matter of fact, I gotta look at the date. I think the first time I battled was like March 2nd. It probably will be tomorrow. If I do my true anniversary. I need to battle soon. what is a battle? I want to try battling because I feel like it would get me in front of other people. Yeah, that's it. The exposure. The exposure is it. Yeah. What is battling? Battling is a competition that you will do. Let me do this. Let me see. I'm not gonna battle, but let me see if there's somebody I can show y'all. Um, Most of my friends in the agency are busy. I see voice chats, and I see voice chats mainly. Let me see if Carol. We just talked to Carol. Let me see if I can invite her because I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna talk about battling real quick. So battling, I'm not gonna battle with her, but I'm gonna see if she accepts. Will she accept my invite? She might not accept my. Hey, you did.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Lisa. She is the leader of the TikTok agency that I'm a part of. So when she says co-host, my answer is always yes.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, you know what? I've done this a couple of times, and I think you're the first one. You're the first one I've been able to catch because everybody has on their audience control. I don't have mine on, so and you
Oh,
didn't have yours on clearly, so
no audience control. Come on in, everybody. Welcome.
so Carol, really quickly, let me give her announcement too. Carol is a voice actor. Her name is the voice guru Carol West. She is a professional voice actor and has been doing it for upwards of 5 years, almost 5 years now.
Almost five. We're getting there.
Yeah, and
I
so
think I'm finally coming into my own with this thing. Yes.
yes. So
Thanks so much for having
she
me.
is awesome at teaching us newbies about the business and what to do in terms of your setup and equipment and how to do the different voice inflections and how to read scripts and stuff. So I so appreciate her. She has a super fan. So if you guys want to connect with her, go to our live and you can connect with her. She also offers a super fan. So it's a special way of learning a little bit more about voice acting. So she teaches that in her live stream. Um,
And I'm doing something real special for super fans, y'all.
okay.
So, anybody who joins super fans before the month of March ends, I'm starting actually next week, Dr. Lisa.
Okay.
We're having a community outside of this, but my super fans will get first access.
Okay.
For the first 90 days, you, if you are a super fan, will not pay anything in that outside community. After that, it is $49.99 a month. And I can't tell you how
Nice.
important it is to be
Nice.
engaged and involved in a community of voice actors if you really want your career to take off in voice acting. And so I'm committing to every other Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Every other Wednesday, we are starting that
Thank you.
community in the coming week.
Okay.
So that, and again, if you're not a super fan, before the end of March, you will already start at the regular $50 a month rate. But if you're a super fan, you'll be grandfathered in for the first 90 days.
Love it, love it. Creeping definitely. If you so here's really quickly because I am going to get off. If you guys want to tap Carol's screen, tap her screen. You can click watch now. Her screen will pop up and you can watch now. You can learn a little bit more about it, just so that you guys know. So what super fan is really quickly. You see the little heart at the top. There's a little swirly heart at the top for me. That is a subscription benefit for the live stream. So you become super fan, you become a subscriber here on TikTok, and essentially you're paying the super fan fee is a flat rate. So you're paying to be a subscriber is $9.99 for TikTok super fan. And then what Carol's benefit is what she's saying is that you're also going to be able to go into her is it school? Which community are you using? What are you using?
Zoom.
Zoom. You use it. Okay, so but you'll have, I guess, a chat somewhere. You'll have it
Right.
on here as a chat or elsewhere.
I have a chat on here letting you know, and then I collect emails.
Gotcha.
So I can email you the link.
Gotcha. So she's going to communicate that way. So you're going to be able to go to her Zoom meeting. I will tell you this. She did a Zoom meeting, and I'm one of those people where I always, I know quality when I see it, and I know when something's worthwhile. She gave a lot of great information, y'all. I mean, and my goal for the year, because I set goals for myself in 2026, the things I want to achieve, and there's things that I can't even imagine that's going to open up for me. I didn't imagine YouTube was going to open up the way it did for me already. But with that being said, voice acting is part of it. I'm here, I'm in
Yay.
space, I'm using my voice. I've become more confident. I told you guys I was an introverted, shy person. And what I've learned now is that my voice is powerful. My voice is needed. My voice is something I can leverage. And I do it in my content and I do it in this live every day. twice a day. And so I'm trying to leverage my voice. And I came across Carol. Carol came my way, and I came her way. And I found out she was voice acting. I was like, that's interesting. And not that I
She,
wasn't intrigued, but I was like, that's interesting. And when she started talking about it, I was like, wow. So she's done a Zoom with us already. She did one in December. And literally, I have pages of notes from her. So I'm just going to say, if you're interested, then this is a person you will want to connect with.
and I will say too, that community doing it on Zoom affords me the opportunity to bring in some guests to give you all even more, rich information and experiences and other really great coaching experiences that we can add to it. So that's another reason. TikTok tends to limit me on that, and so I want to give you, if you say you really want to be a voice actor, I want to see you do it. I want to see you be a success at it. And so I don't want to give you snippets and bits that just give you enough to spend money, but not enough to make a leap of real success. So that's hence the reason of this outgrowth.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Somebody, okay, Superman, who was that? Something you can
Yeah.
use.
She's an
Friend,
agent. Yeah, she's an
welcome.
agency. That's
Oh
awesome. Look at you.
wow! I
So
can't wait!
I'm
I can't
doing.
wait! I can't wait! Something you can use. Please message me with your email so I can make sure you get in on this, and I can make sure you get the link and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, Lynn. I just
Lynn.
forgive me, guys. You know I'm getting over the COVID, and
Oh
that's the
wow.
first. That's the
Oh, I
reason
didn't
I
know
did not
that.
go live,
Okay.
even though I was getting better. My voice just was not strong,
Okay.
and now I'm finally at a place where I'm not afraid to go live and still know that I'll have the strength. Thank you so much for grabbing the heart me. Know that I'll still have the strength for my bookings because it gave out in the middle of a booking. That's how I realized I was sick.
Oh
It
wow.
started with my throat.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Thank you, I'm really unstoppable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, that
Sorry to hear
was
that,
that
friend.
was. But I'm back, y'all. I had to take a little break. That's what we're talking about today over here on my side with the Sunday reset. Realizing rest, I say this all the time, is not a reward, it's a requirement.
Yeah.
And that's probably how I found myself as sick as I was, knowing I have to protect my immune system because it's a little challenged, but also not stopping, just keep on going in that hustle culture mode. And as much as I know and talk about we don't have to do that, I was doing it. And this reset is really important. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh. Well, I hope you feel better, friend. It sounds like you're recovering, so that's good.
yes, yes, yes. So much better than I was. I'm just telling you, so much better than I was.
So really quickly, somebody asked me earlier about battling. I'm not going to battle, but I wanted to. I'm doing the co-host thing because I was going to share when you go live as a co-host, you see boxing symbols. You see that.
Yeah.
And then you heard me say when Carol came on, I said, oh, people have the audience control on, so I couldn't match with them. I couldn't pair with them. That's something else you want to be aware of. Now that's a little advanced, but essentially to co-host with somebody, you have to match. You can't have your audience control on saying that you only allow people who are above 18 to join your live, and then the other person has their audience control off, meaning that they are letting any and everybody in their live. So me and Carol are matching. We both are letting any and everybody in our lives. and we today, right now. And so that's why we were able to pair together. Okay. So I just wanted to say that because I was speaking to the battling thing, and battling is a competition. It's like her room over there. She has people in her room, and then I have people in my room, and the person with the most points wins. So that's what happens. Um, I said at some point in this month I'm gonna have to battle. I'm about to hit my 1 year for the first time I battled. It was actually in the month of March of last year because I had put it off. I hadn't done it, and I just realized I hadn't battled in January or February of this year. So at some point I'm gonna battle.
Speaking of which, I think I'm on my 1 year anniversary of my first live.
Really?
This month sometime. I don't know what day.
Okay.
I don't know what day in the month, but I know it's this month sometime.
Mrs. Treetop, she said we should do a rose battle. You want to do a rose battle real quick?
Come on.
We'll do a
So
rose
everybody
battle.
in my room, it's just a rose battle. We only doing roses just to give the folks in her room the example of how this whole thing works. So I hit
I'm gonna do it. Let's say a specific gift, and it's just roses. So all you would send is roses, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna send the invite, and essentially these are battles. So this is what it looks like. This is the gameplay.
okay.
So people would send roses. And let me be clear, you don't have to send roses. You could tap the screen and you can comment. and those are points. I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe does that work with rose battles? Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I think it does do something when they're liking the screen. It does matter.
Just sending roses though. I thought. Well,
I don't know, but I think I'm seeing traction because they're tapping the screen as well. Yeah,
okay.
it's
So
not just the roses.
oh, look at you, Miss Treetop. She a title gifter. Title gifter roses.
Thank y'all so much, Elmick. I see
Thank you.
you. I see
Thank
you.
you,
Something
Sam.
you can use. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the Rose Battle and helping with both of our
Yeah.
communities, and just always continuing to learn how this whole thing works.
So what happens in this is a traditional battle. It's just a specific gift. It will last for 5 minutes because it's a specific gift. You're not going to see any of those other prompts to so as a live host, you'll see prompts that says 2 times the gifting is about to start, and you may have a gifting target, or you'll see 3 times the gifting. Where when people send gifts, there's points. There are there are points that you get 2 or 3 times the points for whatever gift you send. And quick pro tip, you want to send, as a live host, you will want your people to send bigger gifts so you can get 2 to 3 times the points for those bigger gifts. But because this is a rose battle, we're not seeing any of those cues. So literally this is just gonna go for 5 minutes, and whoever has the most roses wins. Now what is won? They're gonna win the room. You see the 3 people on the bubbles, the circle bubbles in front of each of our rooms. Whoever wins, whichever room wins, their people will get almost like ammunition. That's what it's called. They're called power ups. So it's ammunitions for the next battle that I do. They can't use it in anybody else's room. It's my next battle, and the number one seed will become the MVP, and they are going to get these power ups. Power ups are like these gloves that you can get. If people hit the gloves will give maybe 5 times the points. Not for all gifts, but for many of them. And you got 30 seconds to use that. There's a mister that will block out how many people being able to see the score. There's a hot seat. It's like a lightning bolt. It will kind of light up one of the two, one, 2 or 3 seat. So that person will send, I think, is it twice the points that they get for their gifts? So something like that. And then I'm missing something. Glove, Mister Lightning Bolt, and the hammer. The hammer makes things dizzy, but I think the hammer actually blocks the points. People will see that. I think it deactivates like the glove or some of the other gifting.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay. Well, that's the answer. Oh, I didn't realize the hammer could block out somebody else's glove.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
that's what
That's
it
neat to
does.
know.
It blocks it out. People say it doesn't work all the time, but I think it does deactivate, and that's why people are so
Oh,
funny about no hammers.
I see. I
Hmm.
see. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
see, I just learned something new. Y'all, I battled before, but I didn't know that.
yeah,
So, wow. Thank y'all, everybody in the room who is participating and helping with this is what I call the exhibition game, you all. The exhibition
exactly.
game. We're just trying to learn and grow and figure out how the whole thing works.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I see my folks coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And so this is called a rose battle. So again, as a live host, you could do
So
rose
you in the
battles. You could do other specific gifts. You don't have to always do the big gifts and stuff. And then you also can do lives where the battles are maybe more interesting and entertaining because you might be paired with somebody who is, you're doing a little quick little a contest with. So maybe you're like in the makeup and y'all both doing y'all makeup at the same time, and whoever has the best look. Or if you're doing, who was that, Moonflower, she's talking about doing a knitting battle and see how many rows they can get done in the time of the 5 minute
Oh,
battle. So just
I
little
love
interesting
that.
things you can do. So it doesn't have to be contentious. It could be a fun way that you and the other person is competing. You'll have
Yeah.
DJs and those people kind of play music
Yeah.
at the same time. So it's just a fun way to do it. Thank you all. I see you guys. Appreciate you. This is going down to the wire. Who is over
Right.
there?
And y'all don't notice, but
Who
my
is
big
over
sister
there?
in Delta,
What?
who brought me into Delta, she's in the room. I can't believe she's in
Really?
here today.
You
I
know,
love you to
Mrs.
death. Thank
Treetop is
you.
a soror.
She
Miss,
is too. I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, Mrs. Treetop's a
Hey,
soror.
Sarah.
We
OMG, y'all
won!
won. That's all right. It was neck and neck. Thank y'all so much for participating and helping
so much. I hadn't done, like I said, I hadn't done a battle in so long.
Me
Um,
either.
so Mrs. Treetop is the MVP for the room. She received a um a, a glove and a lightning bolt, and so did Gigi received a glove and a lightning bolt. Thank you so much, you both, for coming in and battling and getting those top seats. And then we have Together Heart to Heart. She's number 3, and then UG, thank you so much. Linda, Infinity Mirror, and Unwritten Unstoppable. Thank you all for supporting that.
Okay, so I don't know. Let's see. Something you can use was number 1. Leanne number 2. Janelle number 3, and everybody who participated in the room. Elmique, Charlene, out of curiosity, thank you for every rose. Thank you for indulging us, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you both. You said great lesson. I appreciate that, Eugene. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. This was fun, Carol. All right, so if you guys want to connect with Carol really quickly, you can click her photo. You can follow her. Make sure you follow the always follow the other opponent's person person they
Absolutely.
competed with. That's a
Understand this
best
good book.
practice. And let me say why that's the best practice, because TikTok, part of the Skill Live rewards, you have to have 5 new followers every time you go live. All right, 5 new followers, and that's part of how your monetization is done. So if you're doing a battle, it's proper etiquette to say, hey, room, if you don't mind following that other live host, that way they can get their 5. Okay, so that's part of why you're doing it too. So you're supporting each other in that way too. Um, I don't, y'all been very generous to me, so I don't need the 5, but Carol probably does need the 5. So.
I did because I've been on for a minute. This is my first like full live. I did go live on Friday with Black Girl Podcasters,
Okay.
but I had co-hosts, and that's different. So
Yes, I love that. So, the other thing I will say is with the battle stuff, the way, because it's a co-host, to get someone off your screen, you can do a rematch for the battle too, but to get someone off your screen, you actually have to go back and click the interlocking rings, and there's like a little door with an arrow at the top banner for you guys to go there. If you are interested in connecting with Carol, I'm actually gonna get off shortly, so I'm gonna end my live. But if you want to click her photo, come over and watch now. She would be a great person to kind of learn a little bit more about the voice acting. You can watch her. Um, Anybody else going live, let me know in the room. I want to make sure people have options. But Carol would be a great person to kind of connect with as well.
thanks, Dr. Lisa. And yeah, I think everybody in my room is connected. But if you are not, Dr. Lisa's good folks. If you want to really understand what you're doing here in these TikTok streets, she is the room to be in. That's all I can tell you. I would not know anything about how to approach my live journey without her. So yeah, I'm grateful to her, and I think everyone in our agency is extremely grateful to her.
Love that. Thank you so much. The Infinity Mirror. Um, Definitely connect with Carol now. So she said, I will be happy to practice with Carol next week. Practice battling? Let me know if that's what you meant. He said, Mr. Tree, yes, she is a master. Yes, yes. Okay. So yeah, click. If you click Carol's name, you can have her screen pop up and it'll say watch live. If you guys click the watch live, she can you can go in her room and make sure you're following her. And then she says she wants to co-host with you, Carol. So just go over there now, and that way you can be connected with Carol. So all you're doing is clicking her. You say, yes, I did connect. Okay. She didn't come over yet. So click her photo to go over there. That way you can watch her live and be in her room. And so, and I don't know if you guys knew that if you click the person's photo or I'm sorry, their name, it allows their screen to pop up, and then you can you can watch them in real time. All right. Victoria, hashtag Victoria. Is that your name? Victoria. She said that's her name.
Okay, Victoria. I've been looking for you, Victoria. I got you, girl. That's awesome.
All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to see y'all back at 4 o'clock. I appreciate everybody who came over. Thank you for the gifting, the watching, the likes, the comments, and all the engagement in the chat. And remember, practice makes progress. Okay? And we're not trying to search for perfection. Yes. All right, friend. I'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Thanks, Dr. Lisa. Great to have you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody here. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all coming through. Thank you for the support. I am about to get off. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for the support. And I will be back later. Take care. Bye bye.